So last we left off with bronze toads and friends, new friends.
Brown soda and X'd.
The bronze toads had made their way back to the Cloaked Rangers headquarters to find that their old friend had in fact been awakened. Their deal had been completed with the Queen of Thieves. After learning this, with very brief celebration, the ominous red flare that spoken of in the recap splash screen illuminated the sky, and you guys were led outside to witness the Cloaked Rangers jumping into action. The commander barking orders left and right. The front guard. Thank you for circling. Thank you. The two Cloaked Rangers at the front and the commander joining your ranks as you rushed off to the nearby Cloaked Ranger outpost to aid whoever was in peril. You guys, on horseback, sped as quickly as you could, but were met with an unexpected surprise in the form of ballista bolts raining down upon you. Most of you, actually all of you, were able to get around them just fine, except for the commander, who was struck quite badly in the shoulder and lodged into the ground, telling all of you to continue without him. Some of you just flat out ignored him, tried to help him. One of you sealed up the wound around the still lodged in ballista bolt, stopping the bleeding.
My intelligence is 12, bro.
Stopping the bleeding, but keeping it in there. And another of you, I believe Sosira, was able to pull him out of the ground at least. So he yelled at you to continue running towards the outpost. You knew that eventually, assuming he didn't get hit again, he would be fine. And he certainly couldn't have gotten hit again, as the ballista and all of the ratlings operating it were blown to fucking smithereens by a blaze of fire launched from Zelfer's hands. As you made it to the outpost, you were greeted with a gruesome sight of battle, of a small war. The largest scale war Direwood has seen in 15 years. In the form of ratlings versus humans, Cloaked Rangers defending their outpost against a variety of rats. Larger rats with scimitars, smaller hordes of rats consuming Cloaked Rangers' flesh. There was blood and battle everywhere. You guys jumped into the fray and were able to slaughter the ratlings, but who? Blake, I'm gonna kill you. You were able to slaughter all the ratlings that had infested the Rangers' outpost. However, the Cloaked Rangers still suffered heavy losses. And we pick up with you guys still in the outpost. I'll actually move you back there now. Immediately following the bloody battle, you guys take a brief moment to look around and view the carnage of not only the ratlings, but the fallen Cloaked Rangers as well. The only sound now, as the clouds start to break and you're actually greeted with some stars in the sky, the only sound is the crackling of the fire lighting the ballista on the second floor of the outpost. What is everyone doing?
I am piling up all the ratlings into a big pile and burn.
I'm gonna burn the ratlings. Okay.
I want my
I'd
pile
like to.
over here.
You'd like to?
Oh, I'd like to go check on the commander. I don't know if anybody would want to come back with me.
Okay.
I'll come back with you.
Okay, so Zelfer starts piling up the bodies. Six is going to reluctantly, semi-reluctant. He looks down at the ratling he was carrying that you'd kind of sap the life from and goes, all right. Throws it to the ground and starts helping you pile up all the rats. Some of the Cloaked Rangers, you can hear up top, Menon and Sosira, as you start exiting the outpost looking for the commander wherever he might be. You hear just one voice above you on the walkway where part of the battle had ensued. You just hear one man just go, no, fuck, shit, fuck. As a Cloaked Ranger kind of rocks back and forth, sitting down above you. You guys walk outside, and there's no check needed for this. The commander is being led, you can see, by that strange ratling that had originally warned you guys of the attack. The ratling kind of has the commander's... The ratling is like half the commander's size, but he's still doing his best to support the commander as the commander hobbles his way toward the front gate. He's maybe 50 feet away.
I'd rush up to help him carry him in.
Okay. So you rush over, and as soon as you get to him, he asks you, what happened? How'd it go?
Well, we got rid of the rats.
He nods. I take it. I take it didn't go well.
Sorry about the, and I point to his shoulder. I'm not a doctor.
It's fine. Everything's fine. He kind of grabs onto it and he starts holding it up with one arm. Just and
yeah, I'll just like carefully support the weight of it so it's not like.
So you guys
even more.
Zelfer and Six, as you guys are piling up the bodies outside, trying to gather them into the center. I assume you're not doing anything with the cloaked ranger bodies, just the rats.
I put them in their own separate pile.
You're piling up the cloaked ranger bodies as well.
I'm not piling them. I'm laying them next to each other.
Okay, good.
Like I'm trying to get them to the point where like when anyone looks at them, they can identify each body individually.
Okay.
Is there any cloaked rangers alive down here, or you can see me?
Looking around, the only cloaked ranger you can see that's alive is the one up on the catwalk on the second level, who is kind of rocking back and forth, mumbling to himself.
I'm gonna look through this guy's pockets.
Okay. Roll an investigation check.
La-di-da, not doing anything bad as he looks through his pockets.
Okay. On him, you do find a short sword, his short bow, some arrows, 2 silver, and a dagger.
I'm just taking the silver.
You loot the 2 silver off of him. Six kind of gives you a look, and I assume he would say something along the lines of, Zelfer, maybe we shouldn't, that's not...
He doesn't need it.
You have a point, but okay. And you continue as you're kind of grabbing the silver. The commander is now being led through the gate by Sosira and Menon and the Rat King, and Six and Zelfer. You hear just inside the outpost itself. You recognize Percival's voice. As he goes, "Ah! Ah!" You can hear him struggling with something, and then you hear a clattering.
I will head in there.
Okay, Six will follow. You guys head inside to see Percival collapsed on the ground, his sword on the ground, and unconscious, leaned up against one of the tables.
Well, that's if I had to guess, not good. What do I have that will help? I dump some water from my water skin on his face.
Okay, as you do so, he kind of shakes. Just let me be. I just need to rest for a moment. Fuck. And he kind of nods off again.
I put my finger in his nose.
He's out. Menon and Cecilia, as you guys lead the commander in, he kind of starts surveying the damage, and he stands stoically. The Rat King as well stands stoic. The Rat King, as soon as he looks around him, I'll actually move the tokens in. You guys lead them in. Zelfer was in the midst of moving some of the bodies. You two are here with the Rat King and the commander. And as soon as they see this carnage, they're both standing stoically looking at it. And the Rat King starts kind of... He takes his claws and starts clicking them together in front of him. And he... I just realized I didn't have my webcam on. Haha. And he starts kind of clicking his claws together and looking around anxiously, and starts just kind of walking around the ratlings and surveying the damage, and you can hear him just mumbling something. Just
What is he mumbling?
he's walking away. Do you want to follow him and like listen?
No, I'd stay by the commander.
Okay. Yeah, you hear. You go ahead and roll perception. Why not?
How do I do that in here?
Just use D&D Beyond. Use physical dice like we mentioned.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I'll take your word for the roll. It's gonna be the easiest way to do it right now.
Okay, sorry. Thank you.
Yeet,
Is it-
fucker.
Damn.
I got a 6.
Plus.
That's with my I got a 3 plus a 3.
Gotcha. Okay.
Rough.
You kind of try to listen a bit, but you're a bit distracted. You hear something along the long lines of "had to be done, had to be done. They just disobey Rat God. Had to be done." And that's about all you can make out.
Oh, well, TT Duddy.
And the commander looks around and looks over at Six, who is he kind of peered in with you, Zelford, and then once he kind of realized that Percival was okay, he went back outside and started to retrieve some more of the cloaked rangers' bodies and is trying to lay them out as in a dignified manner as he can, alongside each other. The commander just kind of sighs and starts to sit down.
I say to the commander, sir, there have been a few deaths of the Rangers. Was there anything you'd like us to do?
A few. Sorry.
A few to them, as many to us. Gather the bodies. 6. Millerin will help you. Oh, fuck. And he grabs at the wound again, where the large ballista bolt's still protruding. And you can see at this point, the ballista bolt that's sticking out of him is sharpened on both ends. It looks like there's one end that was properly sharpened by whoever created it. And you can guess, based on how crudely it's sharpened on the other end, the end sticking out of him towards the front, is the ratlings probably started whittling away at it before they fired it for some reason.
Probably nibbling on it.
Probably something along those lines.
Oh, I would say, hold on. Does anybody have an axe? Or something like a saw that I could. That looks really heavy.
Just leave it for now, please. I'll have somebody look at it.
Yep. Sorry, enough damage. Got it.
Yeah. So Millerin, do you assist 6?
I do.
Yeah. You guys are able to collect. Let's see. There were 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. There are 5 cloaked ranger bodies outside, which you collect and lay out as dignified as possible on the northern end of the outpost together. And the commander just kind of sits by the front gate and watches. And he looks over to the Rat King, who's still just kind of like looking around and tapping his claws together and mumbling. He says, "You there, Rat?" And the Rat King doesn't pay any mind. "Can somebody get his attention, please?"
Marcus.
Kind of looks over at you and then goes back to his pondering, looking over all the bodies. He goes over to the pile that was started in the center and just clicks his nails together and keeps mumbling.
You okay, buddy?
Nothing.
Yeah, I thought as much. Okay, I'm gonna go and see if I can't find some not horribly mutilated bodies of the Rangers. Possibly, help bring them down for burial.
Okay. All of the bodies have been collected by 6 and Millerin at this point.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Except there is one man up top still who is kind of just rocking back and forth.
Oh yeah, that guy. I was gonna go check on him. I got distracted though. I'll go up and see if I can't snap him out of it.
How are you attempting to do that? By rolling
not-
a lot of dice.
I mean,
Sorry.
I would probably initially try a gentle approach, like kneel by him and be like, "Hey, buddy, you okay?" And like if I couldn't snap him out of it, probably just like a light little
Blow
on
job.
face.
As soon as you kind of kneel down by him, he's rocking back and forth and just they're fucking dead, man. Fuck. And you, "Hey, buddy." He goes, "Oh."
You
Yeah.
okay?
Mhm.
I mean, you're
Yeah.
obviously not. No, you're not.
No.
You
No.
want to talk about it?
No. Where's the
That's
captain? Where's the captain?
He is downstairs. He is fine, but there is a ballista
thank
in
God.
his shoulder.
What?
It's not bleeding.
And the captain?
It's not bleeding.
And the captain? How the fuck did that happen?
Well, you see.
Well, you see, they fired it, and it went through his shoulder.
He kind of starts shakily standing up, and he kind of
I'll
looks
help him.
down. Yeah, you help him, and he looks down, and he sees the captain's body laid amongst the dead rangers
Oh,
here.
the captain.
He goes-
Oh yeah. That's...
He starts pointing shakily. You said he was what? What?
Oh wait, no,
captain-
I got the ranks wrong.
Where-
Sorry.
And he kind of covers his face
Hey,
with his hands.
Six, help! I'm bad at this.
Six says, I think you got this. I'm gonna keep working with the rats here, and he just keeps
Come
grabbing rat
on.
bodies and piling them.
All right, I'll just help him downstairs.
He very shakily, he seems pretty distraught, and now at you as well. But you shakily.
I'm sorry. I'm
bring
bad
him
at
down.
remembering. I'm bad at remembering who's what rank.
And you bring him down, and he just kind of he sees the commander. He goes, "Oh, thank fucking Christ! Come on! Oh God, what's in your?" The commander just raises one hand.
The ballista.
I'm fine. Everything's fine. And he
No.
goes, that doesn't look fucking fine. What the fuck, man? Let's just
Yeah, we should probably get you back to a medical tent where we can get a surgery started on you.
Let's just. And the commander says, let's just. I need to remain here. The scouting party will be here soon. And oh fuck! And he starts fumbling around in his personal belongings, and he pulls out what looks like a long hollowed rod, and he loads some sort of ball into the top of it. He points it up and he says, "You might want to cover your ears."
Yep.
To everyone in the vicinity. So Sarah, you would
Yeah.
recognize this as a flare gun.
Cool.
He
I cover my
Yep.
ears.
He points it up. Hold on. Oh, I want it. It doesn't wanna. Wow, I spent all this time setting something up and now it doesn't work. That's truly epic. Hello? Wyatt no do. Hold on. Actual technical difficulties. Hold on. Oh no.
Who can make a technical difficulty like noise with their mouth?
Somebody do a technical difficulties sound. Thanks. Appreciate it. I wonder. Why is it just not working? I'm sorry, hold on. Oh, I see why it's not working. I'm technically not logged into Roll20 right now. Oh god. Don't mind me. Let me just fix my shit.
Well, bad DM is bad.
Yeah, bad DM is super bad. Here, this should fix it. What a fucking masterful unveiling, huh? Here we go. He points it up in the sky. And you can hear the echoing of the flare as it shoots up. And the night sky is now illuminated with a green rather than red.
Zophyr bursts out, fucking confused as shit, with fire in his hands. Ah! Loud noises! Just fucking fire cackling in his hands. He's just ready to kill someone.
The six go. I'd say it's he's that's not Zelfer, buddy. We're all good here. We're good. We're good. We got him. We got him.
Oh.
Zelfer,
I'm
you
here,
hear
by
from
the way.
behind you. Yeah, you hear that from behind you as Percival starts to come to.
You can go back to bed.
Oh, I say waking up in a pool of my own sweat and semen.
Yeah.
I use Mage Hand to close the door.
Wait, who else just joined? This was my fucking.
Oh, did Jason just arrive as well?
This is my
Jason.
fucking time to shine. I'm lying in a pool of my own cum.
Jason, buddy.
Jason,
we'll
are you
give-
also lying in my pool of cum?
We'll give Jason a second. I think he's dealing with Mike stuff. Anyway,
He's
so
in roll 20 now.
the green flare goes up, and Millerin and Sosera, you know that to me. That is the all clear sign.
Why are there so many Claras?
That's a great question.
Who doesn't want a bunch of Claras?
So
You can't see
need
it, but
a-
I raised my hand with the light speed.
Mm.
One is enough. If you have more than one, then the beautifulness can't get spread around evenly.
I save.
It wasn't a save. It was very obvious that was a failed attempt.
True.
Once I have all the rats piled, I am just fucking burning them, man.
Yep. The ratling is watching you and Six just continue to pile up these rats, and it's a large fucking pile. And Zelfer, you do get to see some of your own handiwork up top where the ballista was. The fire is starting to die down, and there is just ashes. There's no remains of rats there. None that you can move anyway.
I check my bag for Angus.
You know. You guys watch as Zelfer pulls out a little glass jar that's just... it looks like it's been melted slightly and then re-solidified, and there's just a very disgusting thin white paste inside it.
Okay, so I'm dumping it out.
Ah.
I'm gonna grab one of the rats, and I'm gonna take its eye.
The Rat King watches you do this, and you see tears start to well up in his eyes.
Can I go over to him and maybe, like, cover his eyes? Is that reasonable or no?
You cover his eyes, and there's still just a sound of as Zelfer is literally extracting one of the ratling's eyes.
I'm just gonna pull him close and cover his eyes like a small child.
And then
It's okay.
pop it back in the beaker and pour more eyeball extending juice in there.
Okay.
I'm gonna
What
skull
is
fuck
wrong
the
with
rats.
you?
A lot of things.
So, Zelfer, I was going to ask what your AC is, but given he rolled a nat 1, basically, Menon, the Rat King pulls away from you and starts charging wildly at Zelfer. No, you bad! And he starts clawing at you, but he's in such a rage and in such a daze as he claws at you, you hardly even have to sidestep it.
I kind of look at him and go, Angus!
I'm just gonna I'm gonna go up behind him and take my cloak and just like gently wrap it around him like a blanket to simultaneously comfort him and keep him from flailing around like a dog at the vet's office.
Make an animal handling check.
Like us trying to clip Sadie's nails.
Yes, exactly.
Throwback.
Throwback Thursday.
Hi, Jason.
Hey guys.
Oh, Jesse's here too. Hi, Jesse.
Hey Jesse. Hey
It's
guys.
been a while
I'm
since I've
Jesse.
imagined jerking you off. How you doing?
Now Jesse goes, hi Clara!
Hi, Jesse. Hi, Jesse.
Hi, Jesse.
Jason, did you have to switch to a different mic?
I did. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Jason, can you talk for me for a second?
Yes. Hey guys, I'm Jesse. I had a really great time while I was gone. I'd like to tell you a few stories about what happened. Firstly, on the way down
What?
there, I got a flat tire, and when I was trying to change it on the side of the road, these guys drove by. These guys drove by, and they were making fun of me. Oh, what? You good? Okay.
So, just to bring you up to speed, Six, since you were not knocked unconscious, essentially what's happened is the commander made it back.
Alexa.
He lit a green flare into the sky, and you have been helping Zelfer pile up some of the rattling bodies. You watched Zelfer loot 2 silver from one of the cloaked ranger's bodies, and you were not happy about it, but you didn't stop him. And that's the gist of it. And you just watched the Rat King attack Zelfer as Zelfer extracted one of the ratling's eyes.
Oh, okay. Copy that.
Angus
Thank you.
died, I had to bring him back.
What happened to poor Angus?
I threw a fireball at my feet.
He
for getting
died.
I
Oh,
had
he died. Okay.
So now he's been replaced with Angus.
I see.
Angus the Second.
The commander
I,
starts
the
to
myth, the legend.
shakily stand up a bit. I assume, so Sarah, you're helping him up.
Yes.
He says, "Can we get this damn gate shut? Start barricading it. We don't know when the next attack is coming, if there's another attack. And I need to speak with that crazy rat."
Hey, what's Percy doing?
Percy, you are waking up. You're coming to after your battle with your sword. You're just leaned up against a table. And for some reason,
Right,
your
battle
left
with your
nostril is
sword?
kind of sore.
I look at the sword, which I'm assuming is still out.
It clattered to the ground, but yeah, it's out.
Alright, I look at it and I kick it and I go, "Fuck you, man." And I kind of touch my nose and I look immediately directly at Zelfer.
Who
Zelfer's
is
not in that
outside.
room.
Oh, he's not.
I am outside looking at the Rat King. And...
Oh, I'm in this room still?
Yep.
Right there.
Okay, am I
If
alone?
I had to circle you, I'd circle you like that.
You missed.
Oh, the commander does also mention, before we close the gate, can we get the horses in, please?
So, I'm gonna go in here.
Okay. You're in there?
Is there anything cool in here? I'd like to possibly use my eyes to check.
Huh.
I can tell you without a roll. It's just the kitchen.
I was trying to tab back into
How about
Discord,
now?
and I almost deleted 27,000 contacts from my business. That would have been great.
Now it's a kitchen, but your vision is slightly blurry from just waking up.
Okay. I just had to have that extra little aesthetic.
Yeah, you had to try. That's fine.
Is there anything in the fridge I can loot?
There's not a fridge per se, but I mean, if you're looking for food,
I am.
there are grains. There are basic, basically the same kind of stews and ingredients you'd find at the Cloaked Rangers HQ, which you're somewhat familiar with at this point.
Is it like a bag of grain?
There's at least a bag of grain, yeah.
I slap the bag of grain and say, "Daddy ain't want no grain," and then I just walk out.
So Percival, you walk out to see a row of Cloaked Rangers, dead, kind of neatly lined, and then a large pile of dead ratlings. Oh, and going back, in with that animal handling check, you start to wrap something around the Rat King. He struggles for.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
And he just kind of slumps down to the ground, and he's quivering.
Yeah, I'm just gonna gently scritch him behind the ear.
Okay.
Okay, buddy.
And eventually he falls limp. The commander, with Sosira's help, starts walking over to you, Millerin, and he says, "Can you please go outside and gather the horses, bring them in."
I will.
Thank you. The rest of you, could you please barricade that gate?
Sure.
What's in it for me? No, I'm kidding.
And he goes and Sosira, I assume you're continuing to help him. He goes and sits down on this bench here and just kind of looks over at the row of dead Cloaked Rangers and at the large pile, the now complete pile of ratlings.
Do I have any kindling to put on it?
You are kindling.
Do you have
That's true.
I mean, in the
They are covered in
this area-
fur. They
Okay,
kind of
then I'm
are
gonna let-
kindling.
I'm gonna firebolt it a few times.
Okay. That, I mean, yeah, I could have you roll all day. That'll be sufficient. Eventually you do get it up in a blaze, and the smell of burning flesh and burning matted rat hair starts to emanate throughout the air. Yep, that's thank you. That, you know, I can literally put fire there.
I thought that noise was someone eating the rats.
I can literally, I have fire here. I'm just gonna go ahead.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Thanks. So you set the ratlings ablaze.
Yeah.
Immediately starts warming hands.
Jesus fuck.
So once you guys take some time, Millerin brings in the horses. You guys take some time to close and barricade the gates, I assume?
No, I want to go pet my horse.
You can go pet your horse. You can
I'm
even
gonna
take it to the
stroke
Old Town
its
Road.
mane.
Sure.
I'll kill you for free.
Ride to the
The horse
kennel,
seems kind of
got the
spooked,
horses
but
in the
given
back.
you're proficient with land vehicles, you're able to calm it down pretty quickly. And you give it good scritches, yeah.
Okay, this is epic.
Yeah. So some time passes, and if you guys would like to take a short rest now, you certainly can. Clara, I'm sorry, I am echoing. I can hear a lot of echo myself from you.
Oh, sorry, I'll mute myself.
No, that's my bad for telling you that. You shouldn't. You were right. Anyway,
Haha! Say that more often. I like it.
yeah, you
She's
guys
getting
can all
her
take a
hamburger.
short rest now if you'd like. And the commander is just kind of surveying the area, and eventually the fire starts to die down as the ratlings are burned away to ashes.
I look at 6.
All right.
Ashes to ashes. We all fall down.
Where'd you get that?
Cows are in the meadow, eat the
I give a
What
thumbs
did
up,
you just say?
and I go back to having a little conversation with
1,
Angus
2, 3,
2.0.
4. We all jump up.
God.
I look
The surviving cloaked ranger does eventually go and sit kind of on the ground next to the commander. The commander just kind of lays one
Wait, did
hand on
only
his
one
shoulder.
survive?
As far as you're aware.
Most of them got eaten by the hordes of rats, dude.
Oofy,
Or-
ouchty.
And
We were
We
too
didn't-
busy fighting to.
Now
we didn't
that-
try to save anyone.
do you
I
say that
mean-
out loud?
No, that's
Okay.
me saying it.
I mean, to be fair, they died pretty fast.
I look at the
It's kinda
bodies.
freaky.
I stand up. I'm gonna walk over to the lone survivor.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
And the commander, with his one hand on the man's shoulder, kind of leaning forward on the bench so as not to have the back of the ballista bolt pressed into the wall behind him, he says, "No, if looking at the 5 over there, I assumed that if you guys hadn't arrived when you did, if we hadn't arrived when we did, it would have been much worse. So this man owes you thanks."
Ain't that the
And
truth?
and hearing that, the cloaked ranger kind of looks up. Wait, 5? Wait. And the commander goes, "Wait, there were 8 stationed here. Where are the other 2? Where?" And the cloaked ranger, who was previously pretty shook, kind of gets up and walks over and looks at all the bodies, starts identifying them. He says, Meryl and Penryn. Where are Meryl and Penryn? What?
Them shit's gone, dude.
Did you-
Sorry.
What? No, did you? No.
Did
Is it? They were. Where were they? Fuck. Were they? Fuck.
did they desert?
Were they fuck? Who knows?
No, they went. Would they? Would. And the
Would they
commander just
fuck?
kind
I
of
mean, it gotta be
lowers
pretty
his head
bad.
a little bit.
Wait, I
Listen,
rolled a
whether they want
7?
to come
Oh, I
back
thought I
on,
rolled a
right.
13.
I'm just kidding. I
Not
don't say
everybody's
that.
got the constitution for this kind of stuff, man.
He says, no. I mean, Meryl maybe. He's kind of a fucking, but not Penryn. And those 2 were thick as thieves. No. They gotta be
How many C's? How many C's thick?
Wait,
like
did
3
anybody
C's.
Hey.
Jesus, we need to get him!
did I... Could they have possibly been taken by some of the
Oh
The
God,
rats?
no.
Do we need to look for them?
Please.
Like,
And
maybe,
he
like,
fuck.
maybe they were just hostages. They could still be alive.
He runs back up to the balcony above to start just scanning around outside the base. He says, "Look inside, please! Somebody fucking find Meryl and Penryn! What the fuck?" And he's freaking out
Percy
again. The
jumps out.
commander's
There's a
just
black
sitting
square
with his
map
head
over
lowered.
there.
Commander,
Percy
where do
dibs
you
it.
think they could have gone?
Is there any lower parts of this building?
There's a basement. Yeah.
Then let's go to the basement. Wow, I've solved this mystery. I'm gonna look where the basement is.
Oh,
Percival would
God.
actually. Percival, having explored this outpost the most now.
I said dibbed it too, so.
Yeah. Percival, you would know that this door I am pinging now is the only one you guys haven't gone through, or at least Percival that you have not explored.
I'm gonna walk up to it.
Percival's the only one who knows.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna ask the other.
Percival sticks his tongue out at himself.
Look at the one survivor. Where's the
Uh,
door to the basement?
Percival goes, I think I saw a door over there, but Zelfa, tell me for a second. Why is my nose itchy?
I'm gonna walk toward.
I'm gonna follow him and put my arm around him as a friendly gesture.
Squeeze tighter.
And I'm gonna go, hey Zelfa.
Yes, Mr. Percy.
Hey, why is my nose itchy, Zelfa?
I don't know why it would be at you, Mr. Percy.
Why would you walk away from me when I asked that question the first time, Zelfa?
I'm gonna use minor illusion to make the sound of someone knocking on it. Oh, I better answer that.
Is anyone else going with them?
I am
Okay, Millerin follows as well.
behind.
Did you like that one, Isaac?
I'm gonna lean in really close and under my breath go, you better hope you have a nose in the morning. And then just walk in.
Brotherly love.
6, you are not aware.
Okay.
Do you just open the door?
Oh, there's no one
Me?
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I would definitely just,
Yeah.
get in there.
You guys head in, and it appears, just based on looks, you can assume this was the captain's quarters, and there is a staircase heading directly down.
Are these books?
There are plenty of books. Yes.
What are they? I want to look at them.
Okay. Are you looking? Are you just quickly flitting through for anything interesting, or are you trying to?
Yeah, interesting.
Okay. Roll a quick investigation while the other two push on.
Oh.
Quick investigation.
Okay. Nothing seems of particular. You see actually. Appears to be rather common. One of the brief history of Direwood books. There also appear to be a lot of like scrolls, more hand drawn. It appears that there are several notebooks here, like personal notebooks. There of patrol patterns of there's like there appears to be a personal diary of the captain, and other official documents pertaining to this outpost.
I take the diary and the one that talks about the shifts and like rotations.
Okay. Cool.
And then I throw the other books on the floor. Percy.
Okay. Well, Percy and Miller and I assume are moving on. If you guys scroll down, you see going down the staircase, there's 5 more dead ratlings cluttering the ground at the bottom of the staircase. And you can hear a faint thump, 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 thump. Somebody!
Oh shit.
As the door is completely blocked by a pile of dead ratlings.
Okay, can you help me with this?
I
pile
take
of
out
ratlings.
my non-black sword, my royal sword,
Yeah.
which has a point instead of a blunt end, and I start skewering the rats and kebabbing them on my sword.
Fuck.
As big as you are, and as long as the sword is,
Oh,
you're
wait,
only gonna get
how
like
many-
2 on there.
How big are they?
They're
Are they like full-size ratlings?
they're almost the size of the Rat King.
Oh, I thought they were smaller. I thought these were
No,
like little
no.
sub babies. Gotcha. I pick them up one by the back of the neck and the tail, and I start stacking them
Okay.
right here on the side there, so we can sidestep it.
Sure. You kind of stack them as best you can.
Pile up the rats.
Yeah, and eventually, the door swings open and 2 cloaked rangers fall to the ground in front of you, and in a just panting, like, oh, fuck, and they look up at you. Hello.
I look at Miller
And
and
they're both covered in blood.
is that them? Is that them?
What happened to you guys?
Well,
Go ahead and take care of him. I'm going in the door.
yeah. Okay.
What?
I just stepped right over him.
Okay.
Did the door open out toward us?
What's that?
Did the door open out toward us?
It opened out toward the staircase. Yes.
And there were rats piled against it?
Yes.
Well, who the fuck did that?
Percival, I'll just give you it now. It's a dungeon essentially. I'll let you explore it, but you're gonna be out of RP for just a moment here. It's just
okay. Hold
Miller.
on a second. My little brother is giving me pizza.
Perfect. So it's Millerin. I think it's Millerin 6, and yeah, Millerin and 6 are down there, and they both start kind of bickering among themselves. Well, he wanted to fucking run downstairs. No, you wanted to, and they start like running back and forth.
Gentlemen, please,
Eat my dick.
please, a clear explanation.
And they look
One
at
at a
each other, and you watch them rock paper scissors at the same time, and the one who loses goes, what the fuck ever, and the one who won looks up at you and says, well, you see, when we came under attack, some of them stormed the top, and we were up by the ballista, and they chased us down, and so we killed like 100 of them, and yeah, they just the bodies kept piling and piling, and he kind of starts gesturing to the blood on his body. He's like, don't fuck it, what? Look at all the blood. I killed like 60 of them myself.
There's 5 of them by the door.
Okay, maybe 6, but you know.
5 is the number I just said. No matter.
They came down the stairs and we kept fucking stabbing them, and we were fucking kicking their asses, but we stabbed too many. And then when we tried to barricade ourselves behind this door, what?
Why is he Brooklyn?
Jason, you're pretty quiet, buddy.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is that better?
What?
Turn up my mic.
I have you turned up to 200% and I can barely hear you, bro.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah, it's
Sorry,
rough.
it's what I got tonight. I'll hide.
Hi. Hi, who the fuck are you? Okay,
Right, well, we're gonna, the commander's upstairs. I'll bring you up there just to let him know you're alive.
yeah, we should head up. You guys killed them all, right?
Think
yeah.
so.
As,
All right,
Per-
all right. And they kind of
Percival.
nod at each other.
as far as we're concerned.
You hear Percival from the other room go like, "Yeah, 5 or 6 of them."
All right.
Are you gonna be in that room for a little longer? Or are you gonna come up with us?
Okay, I missed what you said. Hold on, what's in the room?
It's literally just several dungeon cells, and what looks like some sort of torture room, and then a storeroom. It's nothing very interesting.
Okay, is there
Oh.
anything sweet in there that I can find?
Roll investigation.
You know, I think I would love to do that. I haven't done that tonight. Here comes the nat one.
Oh, okay. You start looking around, and it's fairly similar to what Zelfer found in the captain's quarters, except as you're kind of looking around, you open a couple of drawers, and as you're opening one of the drawers to the desk down there, you kind of feel around, and there's actually like a hidden compartment, and as you pull it out, there's a small blue gem of some sort.
Nice.
Hi, Bean.
Pocket that shit.
Yeah, you have a small blue gem.
Small blue gem.
Yep. So
Nice.
as you guys bring the cloaked rangers
A
back
small
up,
BJ.
Yep.
Oh, G. Sorry, G.
yep, yeah, small
Yeah.
BGs,
Small blue gem.
the cloaked rangers
Description. Small
come up
blue.
and start
Gem
surveying.
like.
Thank you.
How
And
much
they
does
start.
it weigh?
I fucking. I don't bother with weight. I don't know.
500 pounds.
Yeah, put 500 pounds. Go for it. I don't care.
What the
Fuck.
As you guys
Dead.
lead the cloaked rangers back up and they start to survey what's happened, they
Bitch.
see their fallen brethren. They kind of start to. One starts to kind of freak out a bit, and the other starts, no, this is what we're here. No, fuck. And the commander, and they see the commander, like, oh Jesus Christ! And he's fine. Everything's fine. It's fine. Fuck.
Yeah, the room on fire. This is fine.
So, you guys all head back up, and you're all back in the courtyard once again. The cloaked ranger you were dealing with before, who was worried about these two, about Meryl and Penryn, goes, Meryl, Penryn, oh fuck! And he jumps down, and he runs over and hugs one of them, and they're like, oh shit, Coram! You're alive! Holy fuck! And they kind of embrace and then start to, the mood
Have an
dies
orgy
very
in the middle of
quickly as they look at the carnage and the blood that has splattered all over the plaza.
I'm glad that some of them lived. That wasn't pretty at all.
The commander sighs.
Ain't that the truth?
He says, well, I'm sure we've got a long day ahead of us tomorrow. We should all get our rest. We should probably establish some sort of watch, just in case. And he looks to all of you and says, thank you. Thank you, all of you. I don't think these men would have survived without you. I don't think
No
I would have
problem.
survived without you.
And sorry about the sorry.
Sorry.
What?
I believe the ballista bolt in your shoulder might.
That's right.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we probably shouldn't leave that in much longer. And then the
It's-
ground starts to quake, and you can hear rocks and dust crumbling around you.
we should go.
Holy shit, I actually can.
And the commander kind of instinctually stands up and grabs a blade. Like, what the fuck was that?
You can't fight an earthquake with a sword.
I
The fuck was
have
that?
an idea for the bolt.
More pressing matters, maybe?
I mean,
We gotta get him into surgery if we're gonna about that.
or
Yeah.
And then off in the distance, you guys hear, if it'll play,
Hey!
I hear a red flare.
you guys could hear that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I
There's
heard
this
that.
distant roar
I
of something
can't-
that sounds massive, and the ground
Ah.
begins to slowly quake again.
What
It's getting
I
louder
can say with
and
confidence
louder.
that's not me this time.
And the commander stands up, even with the ballista bolt in his shoulder. He pulls out his blade and points it towards the gate. Brace yourselves.
For what?
I don't fucking know.
Oh, God.
Percy brings his other sword and it goes for fun.
I take out the diary and start reading, while moving slowly as to not get attention on myself, all the way to the back.
I'm gonna pull out my crossbow.
Whoop.
Okay, you guys ready yourselves? If you have any readied actions, now would be the time to declare it. The commander kind of steps forward towards the gate with his
Ready
sword
and a
extended.
crossbow bolt.
Yeah, I have my short sword readied.
Okay.
I am hiding behind the table.
I'm trying to stabilize the commander.
Yep, and you help him do so, and he is trying not to lean on you, but finds himself kind of having to a little bit. So you guys ready
So Zira's
yourselves?
already got another boyfriend.
Oh,
Step
woo.
off. This one's mine.
Rough.
Your two thuds at the door, and then two more.
Hello?
Who is it?
The door is broken. Use the doorbell.
Go around.
The door's being thudded, and you can see all of the things
No
that you
solicitors.
the boxes and barrels and things that you had used to barricade it start falling back. And the commander says, "Get ready! It's big!" And all at once, poof, the doors slam open, and there is a massive ogre-like rat that bursts through the door.
Oh.
And at the same time, you hear clumping behind it and clumping. And then all at once, a large armored hand reaches around the rat's neck, and you see a blade, a slightly dimly glowing blade, cut across it. And the commander screams out, "Ah!" And he rushes toward it and slams himself into it with the ballista bolt sticking out into it. And the creature roars out with a "Ah!" as its throat is slit and a ballista bolt is pierced into its heart. And as it falls, you see standing there, yours truly, Samael Dyer.
Ooh. Sammy?
Hey, fellas.
I was ready to fight that thing, you cunt.
Well, fucking sucks to suck.
Welcome back, man.
I use minor illusion to mimic the same noise of something banging.
Okay.
Is there another one?
And the commander, with the ballista bolt now impaled into this creature, and pulls back, and using how he lodged the ballista bolt into the giant rat ogre-like thing, pulls it out, and then falls to the ground as blood starts to pool again as he's now ripped the ballista bolt out completely.
Oh my god.
Oh, he ripped it
What'd
out?
you do that for?
Wait, he ripped it out.
He ripped it
Yeah.
out.
Hold on a
Motherfucker.
second.
I was
Hold
gonna
on.
do something.
I got
And
it.
he's now panting on the ground. He's like,
I'd like to
I
cast
got
Lesser
it.
Restoration on
Okay.
him, please.
okay, you move over, probably shaking your
Wow.
head at his stupid bravado. Casting Lesser Restoration, the wound starts to close up, but he's still panting and seems to be in a great deal of pain.
I had a
would-
really good idea to fuck with that. Damn it.
I cast Healing Word too.
Yep, you sure did with max healing. Well done.
Yeet. You fucking idiot.
He
Good
starts-
job though.
He starts moving his arms like, "Oh, that wasn't a part of the plan, but it worked. Oh, fuck." And he starts to kind of get up
the
a bit.
word is fuck.
And he says,
Can he stand?
he starts standing up thanks to your guys' quick action and healing the fuck out of him. He seems
yeah, otherwise
woozy,
it's gonna
but
be irreversible damage.
yeah, he seems woozy, but you stabilized him real quick.
I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds at level 3, if I may.
Sure, yeah.
I'll just put in the chat what I heal him for.
Okay.
So I'm gonna mute myself again.
I look at 6. I move forward and I look at 6. Mr. 6.
Zumper.
In the land of
Zelda?
Dire, the Cloaked Rangers have to deal with a lot of bullshit. And we are here to tell their story. And then I make the door sound twice.
Zelfer, you are the bullshit.
Wait.
That was
Yeah,
a Law
there
and
we go.
Order joke.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know it was.
I enjoyed it. I did. There's
I
no-
just nod. Look at him and go, I have only killed one of them.
Holden, I asked a question
You asked the question, what?
in this.
Okay.
If you can't share it with the class, it's not worth sharing.
Yeah, go for it.
AIDS.
So, Sam will walk up to the commander and then do a little prayer, make a little love,
Clap his cheeks.
get down.
Get down tonight.
No, so he'll pray to his god.
Mm-hmm. You guys see Sam's sword, which is still out and covered in blood, which usually emanates a sort of darkish glow, starts to glow dimly more gray than black.
Where'd you get a screwdriver, you dumb whore?
My mom's house. Leave me alone.
Hello? What?
Cat
You're
with a
you're
screwdriver.
telling me that our cat has a screwdriver?
She's
She
trying
had
to
one.
help.
We have a
She's trying-
screwdriver in this
She's
house?
trying to help. Shush.
So Jesse,
Yeah, I'm trying
Sam.
to, where is my? I'm trying to find it.
A rattling touchdown.
as Sam is doing a quick little prayer over the commander, you hear the hooves outside stop, and 5 cloaked rangers appear outside the gate and kind of start moving cautiously toward this giant rat, and start kind of moving it out of the way, talking amongst themselves. What the fuck with Jesus Christ?
Fuck. It's just 2d8.
Okay.
That much.
So tell us what happens.
So, Sam makes a little prayer to his god, and then you just see a brilliant flash of white, and anything in a 15-foot sphere of me just got healed for 13.
So Sierra, Percival, Millerin, and we'll say for the purposes of this, 6 as well. You all, if you had any missing
Yeah.
HP still, you got 13 back.
Thank you.
Neat.
I've missed you, Sam.
I missed you too, buddy.
Wow, I really hate my room right now, considering my fucking light won't stop flickering.
I look over at Sam and put a thumbs up.
Sam.
Sam just goes, well, that's a start.
Do you want to meet my new friend?
But I think we're kind of, we got pressing matters.
I pull out
Menon runs
Angus.
over and just starts hugging you, Sam.
Well,
Sam,
looks like
I
someone can
believe-
feel stuff again.
I missed you.
And as the other 5 cloaked rangers step in, they see the commander, who looks actually perfectly fine after all that fucking healing. And the commander gives them all a nod, and he looks around at you guys and says, "What was it? A mission success? Where is she?" And at that moment,
Call out to her.
a somewhat tall, slender, very beautiful young woman, probably in her 20s, steps out into the gate. And she looks very much not like a soldier. She's in fairly... You can see that she's wearing a cloaked ranger's cloak, but under that, very ragged clothes, like an old dress that hasn't been washed in years. And she kind of steps forward and says, hello. Jesus Christ.
Who's that?
Oh,
She's
I
cloaked
just
ranger
say to the
stepping.
commander, can we get her some fresh clothes?
Sam, is that your mom?
Fucking.
I am
Uh,
apparently his granddaughter.
oh, well, that's cool.
And she looks
see the
very
resemblance.
confused and very bewildered at what she's seeing right now.
I de-summon my
Hey.
armor and my weapon.
And the commander looks at you, Sam. The commander looks at you, Sam, and says, "So you've already told her? Okay, fine."
Six.
She asked
Sorry.
me questions. She's finding it hard to believe, so I'll leave that to you, because I don't know how to convince.
Somehow I figured as much.
Six points to Zelfer and says, "Oh, you're related to him too."
What?
No, I don't think she is.
Well, if he's related to Percy and Percy's related to Sam, then yeah.
Oh, also, hey, Hey,
I don't think that's how that works.
Sam, we found out that Zelfer's related to Percy too.
I don't
Or
see
some
that-
old hag in the forest told us.
Percy, come here. Let me cut you.
Come on, you can't disprove
Why?
it.
What will you prove by that? Thank you.
Oh.
I still hope you have your nose in the morning.
Why are you being mean to my nose?
I mean, to his.
I didn't do anything to his that you can prove.
Fair enough.
So Sierra, being the closest one who doesn't appear insane to her, the young woman kind of just moves over and stands next to you awkwardly.
My name is Sosira. It's nice to meet you.
Would it be incest if I railed her?
I'm Olivia.
Yes. Yes. Oh my God. Yes.
I'm
700 years down the line.
My name's Olivia Dier, and I'm
No.
very confused.
She's 700 years down my
Yeah.
line.
I'm pretty confused too, but just stay close.
I can do
Did
that.
you say dear?
Dier, yeah.
I'm-
Not dire?
Correct.
Oh.
She kind of shoots a look at Sam.
Yeah, I don't know what the deal with that is.
Her name's actually Diary.
Diarrhea?
Commander-
You don't think that-
dire.
You don't think that the fucking etymology of the name wouldn't have changed slightly over, several hundred years? Especially
I sure would
considering
hope
women
not.
tend to take men's names in marriage.
Yeah. Screw them. They can't take our name.
Zopher is just reading the diary at this point.
Okay.
Take what I want.
Yep, you've already said you've been reading the diary. I'm gonna give you I'll give you a brief breakdown of what you can read quickly. Shortly here. I'll take you into secrets.
Yeet, my dad.
So, what would the party like to do? Sam is back. There are now 5 more horses outside. Scratch that. 6 more horses outside. A giant dead rat.
Where's his cat?
Sitting on my shoulder now that
Hey.
my armor is gone.
I'm gonna
Hey,
give her. I'm
6.
trying to give her a head pat.
Percy.
You think this giant rat would be good in a stew?
And the commander says, something tells me it wouldn't.
It never hurts to try, though.
If you would like to,
I think it
you
would
go
hurt
right ahead.
Greatly to try.
I used to, my father used to, he hired a cook that would, consistently try these
Oh my god.
stupid flavor combinations and
God damn it.
force other people to eat them. I've cannoned it. Now it's put into
You've
the game.
literally cannoned it. And I can't do anything about it.
I have the power.
God damn it.
I say we try it.
Be my guest.
I mean, it's basically an alligator without the alligator parts, you know?
I'm not entirely sure what you mean by that.
If
Why?
Listen, it's the exact same. Sorry, not alligator. It's a crocodile, the one we fought. It has a tail. It's got eyes and a snout and a body.
Oh, hey
Just not
Sam,
the
did you
scale.
know
So
the
does
crocodile
Zelfer.
tastes like chicken?
Yes.
The commander, trying to ignore you guys, starts ordering some of the cloaked rangers to gather the horses more properly and prepare proper resting places for the dead.
Bro,
Which I will say
Zopher,
no.
I've been intrigued by what you've been telling Sam about this game Bossy Ball you've been making.
Fucking kill you now.
Oh, hold on, I'm gonna send a picture.
It's just his dick. That's it.
I'm gonna send it to you, and I'm gonna. This is what I'm showing them in my notebook.
Who has
Okay.
Click Clacky?
Me. Hang on.
Make it clickier and clackier. I love it.
clickety click. I'm in.
I show him this picture, Holden.
Oh my god.
That is my picture.
Okay, give me one moment. So Zelfer is going to open up his notebook. Hand out.
I just saw you post the Megalovania, but every other beat is switched, and honestly, it's kind of fire.
Right. In players' journals. Everyone. Choose file. That. So. This is what Zelfer shows you all.
Oh.
I look at
Throw
Percy.
baller.
It's not even.
Hitter boy rectangle.
I look at Percy and I go, all right, here's how the game works. The
Claire, I
throw,
feel like this is you trying to explain baseball to me when we went.
this is how it works. The throw baller sends the ball to the hitter boy. And the hitter boy has to attempt to hit the ball. And then to run to all 4 spots of touching. Of course, before the ball that was smacked gets back to the hitter boy rectangle. If the ball is caught off the first bounce, then the hitter boy takes a penalty. 5 penalties will cause the team to
Rangers!
switch balls.
The commander calls out. Establish a
Fire!
watch for the night.
I still have a few
Everybody else, get some sleep.
Percy looks thoroughly engrossed by this.
Good. Percy can
You-
keep him company.
You have put actual effort into fake making baseball, and I have to admire your tenacity.
There you go. That is my rules for.
What the fuck?
After exactly 31 seconds!
And the Cloaked Rangers establish a basic 3-man watch for the night. And
And
hearing
one-eyed
you
with
guys
this
go
term.
on about this fake bossy ball, they get annoyed and head to bed.
16 rounds!
And he is just. Zelfer is so ecstatic when explaining all of these.
Fucking god, dude. This is great. This is phenomenal. Wow.
I think we have a thing here, guys. I think we can make this just amazing.
Just puts this guy in the stands. That's genius. Why doesn't actual baseball have that?
So, Bronze Toads and company,
Have now invented baseball.
anything you would like to do for the night?
I claim the captain's quarters.
There's no bed, but
Nope, but it's where I am now.
nobody's stopping you.
I ask the commander if we can go and
Think I have a better
try
roll.
and show her and me evidence on these claims.
Well, firstly, Miss Dier, and he actually bows slightly. Olivia, welcome to Direwood. I have a feeling nobody's properly welcomed yet. You can call me Commander. For now. You are, in fact, this man's great, and she goes, yeah, I've heard, yeah, granddaughter. I will show you all of the documentation, all of the records, all of the history of your family, and show you are in fact of his lineage. I'll explain why you're here, why you're important, and how you can help us. Tomorrow, we need to get back to headquarters first. And she says, I didn't agree to any of this. He says, well, you were in prison for 8 years. I assume you'd rather be here than there, right? And she says,
Hashtag relatable.
and she goes, Sam, where can I sleep?
Find a
I believe. Never mind.
private place for you to sleep,
Find a nice
Not-
spot of floor and just.
not bugged by anyone.
She,
Which is, I don't know.
yeah,
what
she
it
kind of
is.
looks up at the outpost and says, I'd actually like to sleep under the sky. I haven't done that in a very long time.
Relatable!
Under which guy?
I'll
Under
give
which guy?
her my bedroll.
I
I'm
can
sorry,
stay with
under-
you if you'd like.
Please do. She says rather
Wait.
quickly.
Under which guy?
She shoots you a look, sticks her tongue out at you.
Oh, sorry.
She sticks her tongue
I
out at you, and then
forgot.
Sosira and her head upstairs and kind of cozy up in their bedrolls for the night, I assume.
Yee.
It's kind of toxic.
Ouch.
At this point, the Rat King starts to kind of come to. And he shakes the cloak off of him. Rat, why, Rat? Oh, oh. They're all dead.
It's
all dead.
okay,
All
buddy.
dead. All dead. All
It's
dead.
okay.
All dead.
It's okay, buddy.
Why they have to die? No, why? That had to be done.
The world is.
They
the
disobey Red
world
God.
is-
They lie
the
about Red
world
God's
is
will.
more-
The fools. Had to be done.
Sweetheart,
Fools. They lie.
the
Fools.
world is a lot more complicated than you might know. And sometimes things. Oh, honey.
Congratulations, you have made the Red God experience his first existential crisis.
Yeah, I'm just gonna like put the cloak back over his shoulders, not wrap him in it, but just like put it on him.
Yep. And he takes it and just ducks down into it and covers himself with it and just kind of huddles down on the ground.
Yeah, I'm just gonna hold the little huddle mask and say, you know, red looks really good on you.
And
Oh,
Aww. Yeah, I'm just gonna hold the sleepy little lump.
okay. He's a sleepy
I'm
little
sorry,
lump
I
boy.
just read the public execution by firing squad.
I mean, am I wrong? Am I wrong?
Conversation.
Is there anything else anyone else would like to do before heading to bed for the night? Any conversations?
Percy would like to catch the commander alone, if possible.
Six
I
would
was
like to.
also wanting to do that.
Okay, so Millerin and Percy, you both go to try to find the commander and wanting to speak to him alone. We'll get to that in a moment. Six?
There it is. Six would like to catch up with Sam, is what it says.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay.
he wants to catch up with Sim.
So you guys are in the plaza, Sam and Six, and the other three, the commander, Millerin, and Percy, are heading up to the second floor. They'll have their individual conversations. Let's start with Six and Sam quick.
I just, I'm interested in hearing everything that happened, and I would like to talk about our adventures as they have progressed. Just some basic catch up. I haven't seen the guy in a while.
Sure.
Oh, I went over to Staria, broke into a prison.
That's
Okay,
Killed
nice.
guards. I probably could have done without that, but I panicked. Then
Okay.
I set a fire and had everyone think that we were just trying to get help. I rescued a girl, and then as we were leaving, I went to get on my horse, and some asshole was like, "What are you doing?" So I told him I'm going to get water. He said, "You don't need a horse for that, just go across the street." I said, "But I don't want my horses to die from the smoke." And I just left. And he probably thought I was an asshole.
Have you
All
come
right.
back caring?
Men and you would be in earshot of this. And I'll get to what you did
I
in a
would
moment.
just go,
So there's some fire in Usaria in the prison. I don't know if they ever put it out. Honestly, kind of not my problem anymore.
I guess not. All right. Well, I'm glad to have you back then.
I'm glad to be back.
Yay.
Okay. With that, we'll move upstairs to the second floor, where both Percival and Millerin head up to find the commander. Both probably slightly playfully, slightly angrily, like trying to be the first one to him, kind of nudging each other, moving up. Clearly with the same intent.
Actually, in
No?
this scenario, Percival would absolutely let her go first.
Okay, good to know. So Millerin, you
And
push
it's not
ahead.
on like chivalry.
Jesus Christ!
squeak, squeak.
Make a stop.
Someone's really got to pull that straw out of their McDonald's drink.
Millerin, you find the commander and you ask for a private conversation. He kind of sits up in the bed and says, "That's fair. Let's head out." And you head outside to the balcony. kind of just standing outside by the torched ballista. What would you like to say? Or would you like to go to
I-
Secret Secrets?
Does not matter.
Okay, go ahead.
I say, sir, what is the purpose of this person being here? Is this a mission for the Rangers?
Well, I suppose I've kept you all in the dark long enough. I'm sorry for that, but you know how information spreads among the Rangers very quickly, and people like to talk. I trust
Okay.
you, Millerin, a great deal. You've proven proven yourself many times over the years, and this is a bit of an icing on the cake, if you will. That woman, that man, Samael, I know you've seen him in the base before. He is, in fact, I am certain, the resurrected brother of the first king of Direwood.
Whack.
I know that's a lot. As you know, that's from died 750 years ago. Believe me, it's hard to believe, but you'll have to trust me on this one, Ren. I've done a lot of digging.
This is going to help the Rangers. We're gonna make the city better. It's gonna be good, right?
That's the idea.
It's gonna be safer for my son.
Much.
Oh,
time.
she's a MILF.
And he rests one hand on your shoulder in time. Right now, the reason I sent him to get his granddaughter is because now we have 2, possibly 3, direct descendants of royal blood. We can form a proper royal family with them. And with that, we can reestablish contact with priests in Ustaria and possibly get aid from the outside. You've seen how our numbers are dwindling. I don't like it, but we need it. And with them, I think we can do it.
This is wonderful news. I'm so pleased.
As am I.
I'm ecstatic. Can you hear it? I'm kidding. I love you.
I don't.
Oh,
That's all I wanted to ask, sir. I think I can sleep more soundly tonight knowing this.
You should take one of the beds. There are 8 of them. There are a couple open. Jesus Christ!
oh my god, yeah. Take the fucking Slurpee cup out of your goddamn microphone.
You can
Jesus.
take any bed except for that one. That one's mine.
Yeah. And as he ushers you back into there, he grabs your arm and says, Millerin, good work, soldier.
Yes.
Proud
Thank you,
of you.
sir.
Head in. And he ushers you back in. And he says, tell Percy to come out. As you lay.
Milferin.
So you
Fucking
you
hell.
find your rest. Find your rest, and Percival, you are ushered out to meet the commander. He is standing at the 2nd story balcony, just
Push him
overlooking Direwood.
I fucking could. Real quick, I'm sorry. What was the Metro game you were playing on stream that one time?
Exodus.
Was that Exodus? Okay, thank you. I might buy that. Alright, you wanna take me to Secret Secrets?
We can do that.
Hey, guys.
Alright, basically how it's gonna go is Percival's gonna, kneel down and summon his royal sword and place it in front of him.
The
And
commander
swear his fealty to him.
stands tall, looking down at you. What's this about?
Everything you displayed on the battlefield sent the right signals to who I am, if that makes sense. I'm a simple dog of the military, and you showed commanding skills that I haven't seen for 15 years.
Commanding skills such as your own, I presume.
At least my old commander, yes. Who's
No,
probably long incinerated.
such as your own, believe me. When you do it long enough, you can look at somebody and see who can lead.
Hey, if this is an offer to join ranks, I'll do it.
Stand up.
It's comfy down. No, I'm kidding. He'd stand.
Your sword, please.
I just put it on the ground. Yeah, give it to him.
He takes it in both hands. He looks at you.
Decapitation.
And slits your throat. He looks at you. He raises the sword to one of your shoulders, and clasps your other shoulder with his other hand. And says, "Percival Crafton, welcome officially to the ranks of the Cloaked Rangers. You'll be a great captain." And he hands you your sword back.
Does this mean I could sit in the chair?
No,
Oh.
I'm kidding.
Okay. Yes.
That throne doesn't really mean anything, unfortunately. Not anymore. It's a relic,
Why'd you
really.
get so pissed the first time? I felt bad.
Do you want me to be honest?
Because you wanted to sit in it?
No. I got angry at first, seeing a lowlife, a nobody, sitting in a chair that once seated such greatness. But now that I know who you are, what you're made of, and what you're capable of, I should have been honored to see you in that chair.
Stop it, you're gonna make my pecs hard. He kind of hits him. He extends a hand. And
He
says
shake-
thanks.
He shakes it firmly. You have that oh as you two muscly dudes just a hard handshake. He says, "Welcome to the ranks, Percival. You can
Appreciate it.
act freely with your group as much as you'd like, or you can stay with us. I will leave that up to you."
Sounds like a better deal than what I had in mind. Nothing.
He gives you a puzzled look. He says, "I think we should all get some rest now."
Yeah, you need to sleep. So if you hadn't pulled that ballista, by the way, we can go back to the regular one if
Okay,
you want.
yep.
For that.
Bait.
You were saying,
So, Commander, if
Colton,
you
you
hadn't pulled the
bastard.
ballista out yourself, I would have teleported it out of you.
I would have liked to have seen that, but frankly,
I don't know if it would have worked.
that wouldn't have been nearly as badass as what I did, eh?
Yeah, it was pretty fucking sweet, but I could have.
Could you
It
do his
could have gone way
pancreas?
worse.
I
So
hear you
I'm
don't
pretty
need that.
happy you did that.
Right. So, the commander heads off to find his rest. You can all rest wherever you'd like. Sam and Six.
I begin to float. You said wherever, damn it.
I'm inside, right?
Sure, you can be.
No,
Oh.
like, is this not inside?
No, you're in like a plaza, an open to the air plaza, just surrounded by wood log walls.
Okay, Sam will probably, like, go sleep right here. against the
Outside?
fence.
Okay. Sure. Six.
I mean, what's the weather like?
It's one of the clearer nights you've seen in Direwood in quite some time.
Yeah, I'll sleep outside. Why not?
I'm sleeping outside too.
Were any of the beds in the dungeon
Uh,
intact?
Any of the beds?
Yeah.
They're
Or what are these?
no-
Are these just pallets?
They're literally pallets.
Okay, nice.
Six. Would you like to? If you just place your token wherever you're actually going to be sleeping, it is relatively
Oh,
important.
sure.
I'm gonna go upstairs.
Go for it.
Oh wait,
Yeah, I'll sleep with my armor on, not my weapons
who's
drawn. But
floor 3?
if I'm gonna sleep
Floor
outside,
3,
it's gonna be
Sosira.
armor.
So Sierra and Sam's granddaughter, and one cloaked ranger standing watch. from the top.
Oh. Where are they sleeping?
Just kind of out in the open, in the middle of the building, or on
Okay,
top, open to
Is
the air.
anybody taking this bed?
It doesn't appear so.
I'm taking the bedding. I'm going upstairs, brushing that off, and then sleeping on the table.
Okay, so Sierra, as you.
I'll move everything off kind of quietly.
Oh, okay. I was hoping just like as everything falls. Okay, so you'll sleep on the table, and as you guys find yourselves, some of you finding sleep a bit more easily than others. So Sarah and Sam's granddaughter finding comfort in the open sky, with actually some dim light from a few stars, which is an unusual sight here. And all there is to hear is the very faint, not roar, the hushed roar of several torches lighting the outpost, and eventually, very slowly, you're all lullabied to sleep by a perfectly executed, somber, slow violin solo that you can hear from the plaza outside. And with that, you all find your rest. And you wake up the
Rip out
next morning.
Every single page.
Oh, right. I should probably tell you about that. I'll take you to secrets very quickly here. I'm just going to give you the quick rundown.
Okay, Dad.
Okay, so essentially, the most important parts.
This isn't secrets.
What? How did I know? I clicked on it. Did I Haha. So essentially, the most important parts.
You didn't come with.
Yeah, I know. I dragged you and then clicked on it, and then I immediately went over to my notes and started talking, and they're like, and I was like, what?
I was so sad.
Anyway,
You went, here you go, and then never.
so the brief rundown: the diary belongs to a Vikron Generin, who
General.
Vikron Generin. I can spell it for you if you'd like, but
Vicorn.
Yep, absolutely. And it tells it looks like there's about an entry once a week, and it tells of the men that are stationed here, of and who he's in charge of. He is in fact a captain. He was charged with the watch of this outpost. The outpost is mainly just set as a restocking place for patrols and as a general watch for the east side of Direwood. He talks about Merrill and Pandrin and all of the antics they get up to, and Coram and Valdon and all of the other cloaked rangers stationed there. It looks like those 8 people were there for quite some time, and got to know each other and got to be best of friends. Really, it's actually rather happy. He tells of watching together and just performing general duties, aiding the great cause of restoring Direwood and having great nights of cheap ale and fun stories with his friends, and he seemed like a pretty fantastic guy, honestly. Yeah, all of it's stories, of the occasional bandits coming nearby and getting taken down and chased off by them, and the occasional riffraff from his own men having some disciplinary actions. Nothing too crazy. But he does also depict some of the patrol patterns, which will only further give credit to the plans you have.
Okay. I take note of all the patrol patterns.
Okay. Sure thing. All right.
Jesus Christ.
This is being broadcast.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
No,
That part wasn't.
Isaac has not said I'm live, so it's not true. Anyway,
Oh,
Yeah. So.
you guys all awake the next morning.
I would like to go and find the survivor, like the actual guy who saw everyone die.
Okay. You can do so.
Isaac never said that you were alive because he unfollowed you, so he doesn't get
Oof.
notifications anymore.
No, I get the notifications. Don't fucking
Just go
undermine me
along
like
with
that,
it.
motherfucker.
I head up to that guy.
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah.
I hand him the diary.
He looks at it. What's this?
Your captains, you lost some friends. This might help.
He looks at it. His hand shakes a little bit. He swallows hard. Thank you. Thank you. And he kind of clutches it with both arms and nods at you and heads downstairs for breakfast, hopefully.
I want more pizza.
I head back down with him. Does he have a nice butt?
6 out of 10.
Okay.
So,
what about me?
everybody, you all wake in the morning, and you can tell that people are gathering in the main dining area. It looks like breakfast is being prepared.
Eggs?
You can find out.
Do you guys have eggs?
Would everyone like to meet? Okay. I guess the weather's taking a turn for the worse, as Percival has decided to roll for it. A turn for the
We always
much
do
worse.
forget
Yeah.
Oh God.
So
Tornado.
I kind of everyone's gonna eventually join in the dining area.
Yeah.
Sam
Okay.
will
Yeah,
be a few minutes
I
later. He
absolutely
wants to sit there a
Swordnado.
little bit.
I'm sorry. What was that, Sam?
Said Sam's just gonna sit outside for a little bit.
You're welcome to do so. I'm going to move you all to the kind of dining area. You can move your tokens as you wish. As for seating, it doesn't matter that much. But they are preparing Zelfer the regular cloaked ranger stew of
I look a little sad.
the commander sees you looking kind of sad, leans into the kitchen. You hear him whisper something. A few minutes later, a single egg comes out for you.
Yeah. One egg.
That is all I
Yeah.
need.
And the Rat King eventually enters, smelling food, very solemnly goes and sits next to Six, wherever he would be.
Excellent. I was going to try to find out.
Mhm.
When he sits down, I kind of give him a shoulder hug, kind of put my arm around him and give him a little squeeze before we continue to eat.
Mm-hmm.
Jason's such an old man.
As you give him a little squeeze, he kind of sniffles and says, Why she have go? Why she no stay?
Wait, who is he? Who? Who's he talking about?
Friend. Why friend no stay?
I look
Well-
around the dining room. Who's not there?
Menon is not there.
Sam's
Oh.
also not there.
Sam is also not there, that is
Oh.
correct.
You're getting some fuck right now.
Goodness.
I look over at the Rat King, hearing this. It's Menon?
He nods vigorously.
Did you see her leave?
No.
How do you know she's gone?
He takes out a little crumpled piece of parchment. She left this is for us. And he starts to blow his nose at it.
Can I take a look? I hold my hand out.
No rat booger.
You want booger rag? Why you want booger rag?
Did you? Yeah, please. May I?
Human
I'm
strange.
really
Human
hungry
very, very
now.
strange. Very strange, weird. And he hands you the note from Menon.
I kind of shake it off a little bit.
It's nasty, yep. It's got rattling snot all over it.
I point out to the Rat King that she had written a message on this parchment.
Oh, what's it say? What'd it say?
Isn't that why you're sad?
Are you reading it out loud?
I would like to read it out. Well, yes, I would like to read it out loud.
Okay. It does say. Do you want me to send it to you for you to read?
Yeah, please.
I will.
He will.
Are you available for Snapchat? Can I send it to you via
yes.
Snapchat? Perfect.
Yes.
Give me just one moment here. I gotta find you. Jason, have we not been snapping recently? Where are you?
I see you right here.
There we go.
I
Okay.
can't believe you don't snap
I
your
wrote-
buddy,
I wrote-
Jason.
We text. We text mainly.
Yeah.
It's like, I haven't played League in 2 weeks.
Nice.
Yeah.
There you go. I sent it to you. You can read it out as you please. And add Menon's note to your inventory if you'd like.
Um.
And as you
I-
clear your throat, you guys all hear outside the weather start to take a turn for the worse.
I look at Percy.
Yes.
I blame you for this.
I blame you for making my nose itch. What's your point?
Do you really want to know what happened?
I would love to.
Okay.
May I?
Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
I'll turn
My
down the
dearest
thunderstorm.
friends. Since Sam left us, I've been doing a bit of thinking about my own family. I had more or less accepted that my real parents died long ago, so my vision of them in Millie's, excuse me, yes, Millie's realm was a welcome. However, seeing my old bandmates was not. I set out long after the Hysterian blast, and while I haven't heard from them in several years, I had no reason to believe they were dead. I'm uncertain if those were truly them or illusions meant to comfort me, but I would like to be sure if I can. Hopefully our paths will cross again soon. Despite your demented nature, I've grown rather fond of you. Having said that, I've left Bess in your care, and if she comes to any sort of harm, I will not hesitate to hunt down the bastard responsible and give him the same. Love, man. And I fold it up and put it into my inventory.
Okay.
I nod.
Is that all?
Um, I ask the Rat King, did she leave anything else?
Oh! And he pulls out her bagpipes.
I take them and I say she's asked me to look after them. And Bess?
And Bess kind of crawls up on the Rat King's shoulder.
Oh, excellent. Would you like to mind her for the time being? Make sure she has food and.
Oh, new friend? Of course. Yes, new friend. New friend. He starts petting Bess.
Okay. Does she seem to enjoy it, or is it?
She seems at home.
Can you imagine
okay,
a bigger human just coming down and like patting your head?
I can, and it terrifies me.
Yeah, kind of a little
right.
bit actually.
Well, wow. That is says 6. Unexpected.
Damn.
If by unexpected you mean unexpected, yes.
I was gonna tap that eventually here.
Do you know anything of Sam's whereabouts? I ask the Rat King.
He lived too? Where you go? Sam!
I follow suit and start
Sam!
saying Sam.
Sam! Big man!
Sam.
Sam starts calling back Sam from outside.
I think he's outside.
He's still here. Yes. Ha.
Okay.
Let's check one more time. Sam.
Sam!
Yeah, he's.
I believe he's outside.
I really hate all of you.
And the commander just...
Yeah, me too, dude. Me fucking
Yeah,
too.
so is Sam. No one can hear it, but so is
And then
Six,
next to Sosira,
no.
Sam's granddaughter starts going, Sam!
6 nods. Sirius says, "Our methods are our."
Sam.
Jesus Christ.
Sammy? I look over at his granddaughter. I look at his granddaughter and go, how about this? And I'm going to make the door noise.
Knock.
No.
Oh,
the big door noise.
Okay. How about this?
That makes
The whole room goes quiet.
No, that makes Sam look over.
Fuck, it's back.
I hold my thumb up as if I've done a good thing.
Well, you did if good things are bad.
The commander speaks up. Well, eat up. Be merry, everyone. We need to return to headquarters. Who knows when the next attack will come or where.
True that, man.
As for you, men, he starts pointing out the few survivors. Meryl, Panrin, and Valdon. He says, I'll send reinforcements for you immediately. I'm a little concerned that my scouting party I had ordered yesterday never arrived. But I'm assuming we didn't see any flares, so I'm assuming everything's okay.
I thought we saw a green flare.
He launched a green flare.
Oh. So that was probably them going, oh, he's okay.
You remember him saying, no matter what, send a scouting party in 2 hours. And no scouting party ever came. So I'd like to check up on HQ, check up on main gates and other outposts, our patrols, do some damage control. I'm assuming this place wasn't the only place hit, but hopefully it was. I'm ready to head out whenever anyone else is. Let's finish our food and
this point, Sam.
Thank the
Inside.
gods for who survived.
True that.
Thank you, Jesus.
Six
So
doesn't
y'all-
thank anyone.
Nami, nami, nam.
You all have your meager cloaked rangers potato stew.
I have some eggs and
You have a
moan.
single egg.
I have a single egg and I moan.
He moans for the egg. He says, Millerin, Sosira, what would you like to do? Would you like to stay here? Or would you like to come back with us? I'll leave that up to you.
White Michael Jackson.
White cold rash.
I guess
Yeah.
that I guess that depends on what purpose we can serve further on. I would love to continue helping in any way I can, wherever I'm needed best.
Right.
It is really truly up to you, Commander. I'm here for the cause, whatever I can do.
True to the cause as always. How about you, Sosira?
I go where Helm directs me.
That is expected of you. Right, well, in that case,
Throwback.
you two will come with us as we head back. I'll send for reinforcements. Meryl, for the time being, I'll leave you in charge. It's just going to be the three of you. Just keep a watchful eye. If you need anything else, please send a flare. And, oh, before I forget, hey, Bronze Toads, which of
That's
you
me.
is most proficient in ranged combat?
With what?
I point at the fucking magic fish.
I pointed
Can I-
to Sam.
Does throwing my sword count?
Juice?
Let me ask
Oh,
a
y-
different question. Which of you is the most sane and
I
cool-headed?
raised my hand.
I point
I
at
think I raised
myself.
my hand.
I point at 6.
Seeing what's going on, I point at Percy.
I reach over and bend his finger away.
I look at Percy and go, "That was rude. Do you know what I feel about that?"
I don't care.
I make the noise.
Seeing what's going on, Olivia points at Sosira.
I pull out Angus and point at Angus.
Right, that disqualifies you. 6. If you would, and he pulls out. Oh, I'll skip the detail. He pulls out one of the rudimentary flare guns. You hear some clattering. You assume he has 2. He pulls one out and slides it towards you. Hold on to that. You guys have proven yourselves more than worthy of it. And here, he hands you 4 colored pellets: a black, a red, a yellow, and a green. He says,
So-
Says on the black one.
Do you mind? 6 reaches
Flies
for it.
faster.
yeah, and he hands it to you.
Fuck.
All right.
He says,
Fuck Blake.
if you're ever corresponding with us again and you've completed an objective that we need to know about right away, launch the green. That is the all clear. If you need assistance but it's not immediate, launch the yellow. Or if you're in relative trouble, the yellow. We will send somebody when we can. The red is for immediate action. If you need help immediately, launch the red. And the black, gods forbid you ever need it. If you are ever to come to an end, that is your signal that you're no longer with us.
I raise my hand.
That's
heavy.
ominous. You should probably give back the black one.
I just raise my hand.
That's bad vibes.
How do you use it when you're dead?
Well, hopefully you can use it before you die, if you ever need to. If you know that
Burn that bridge.
if you know that your situation is bleak, it's usually used. The outpost here had one as well. I knew we needed to rush over immediately when it was red and not black. If it were black, that would mean they are all going to die, and there was no hope, and we should abandon the outpost. The red meant send help immediately. Use it the same way. You have one of each. That is all I can spare. They're not easy to make.
Understood.
But you have proven yourselves more than worthy of our aid if you ever need it.
Does that include Angus?
Who's Angus?
I point out the rattling eye in a jar.
No, that does not include Angus at all.
I look angrily at him.
Not even a little bit.
Just a little anger in my eyes.
And you, large rat. Yes, that's me, Marcus. Call Marcus. They call me Marcus. Marcus. He sighs.
And we are the fun.
I have a lot of questions for you. Perhaps it would be easier for your friends to speak with you about it. You know how he speaks better than I. Could you please, when you can, before we leave, figure out what he knows about the other rats? Figure out how he knew they were going to attack. Figure out anything you can from him that would be useful for us.
Do you want to know if he thinks you're cute?
Does that sound like it would be useful? No, you're not the one to ask. 6.
Get fucked.
Yes,
Do your best.
we will.
How rude.
Yikes.
And I think it's best for all of you to know. Actually, Percival, should our business from last night be kept between us?
That's up to you, big guy.
Percival is now an official captain of the Cloaked Rangers. If he chooses to join our ranks, I hope none of you take it personally. But I have given him express permission to hold that rank amongst us and exercise it as he sees fit while traveling with you if he so chooses.
I look at him and go, "You need theme music that I can make play around you."
I'll
I,
work on that, except our lead musician left. so.
And one of the Cloaked Rangers goes, "Oh yeah, that one, do 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 do. I remember that. Yeah."
Upon him doing that, I mimic it with minor illusion. Not that one, but
I just wanted
Surprise,
to do it again.
bitch.
You mimic it again. Yeah.
do, 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 and I give him a thumbs up to Percy.
Right. So, orders of business. Speak to your rat friend whenever you'd like. and then we
stands
shall
up.
leave. 6 stands up. Speech. Did you actually do that?
Dad.
Yes.
6 stands up. And as he starts shouting, speech, some of the Cloaked Rangers, speech, and the commander looks kind of confused, but Olivia goes, speech, who's giving a speech? Speech!
Percival. It's quite an honor.
All right, Percival, it appears
Percival
your
stands
friends...
tall.
Mm-hmm.
And he looks right at the commander, goes, thanks, and then he sits back down.
There's a laughter from all of the Cloaked Rangers, and they go, yeah!
Nopher stands up and starts clapping and has tears in his eyes. Just,
That's about how my last fucking promotion went.
just like
Almost
tears in his eyes as he just keeps clapping.
So the dining hall erupts in cheers. And Olivia, bravo, magnificent. And she leans over to you, Sosira. They're all insane, aren't they?
Absolutely, from what I can tell.
She nods.
Who wants to talk to my eye in a jar?
No one. No one wants to talk to your eye in a jar. No one.
to talk to you, Zelfa.
That's just hurtful.
Just kidding. Your bossy ball game is very fun to listen to.
Poland's mad.
He's so mad. It's awesome.
And as you all start to finish up breakfast and the weather outside continues to be...
Is it frightful?
It's very frightful.
The weather outside is frightful.
That's what I have to say to you.
Gays are so delightful.
The commander asks that the Cloaked Rangers clear the room so that you guys may speak to the Rat King. The Cloaked Rangers clear the room so that you guys may have your privacy with the Rat King. And says, Miller and Sosira, you may stay, please. And the rest clear out.
Marcus.
And you guys are all left in the small dining area with the rat.
Turkish rat.
Marcus, did the rat god tell the other rats when to attack?
No. He would never. He want peace. The other rats, they vile, filthy. brothers, but they say that Rat God tell them to go out and kill and take over and fight and do bad to humans.
I
understand.
Record, I'm not there. I'm talking and mingling with the other strangers, or the other cloaked rangers.
Okay, Olivia does also head out and wants to speak to the commander.
Cool, man.
Sam also wants to find this proof.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
same.
you're to the commander as well. Okay, so it's 6. So Sira, Millerin, and Zelfer in there then?
Oh yeah.
Yeet.
Okay. All right.
Hot.
The Rat God tell them. They say that Rat God tell them fight. Rat God never say fight. They try to make us join. I say no, you deceivers. And then they try to hit me and they run away because I'm big and scary. Yes. Big. Very large.
Glad they ran away.
I'm
that
fucking
is
massive, man.
Do you want to be bigger?
that is not right
I
now.
always want to be bigger. I fight good.
It's only last 6 seconds. What? No.
And they ran away because I'm fucking swole.
And the little ratling flexes his little arms. Ah! Big strong. Yes. Ha.
Swole.
Call me call me Marcus. Call me Swole.
Snoo with swole.
I
Fuck off.
understand. There are many cases of different people using the words of their god to their own advantage, not truly listening to his message. So I understand how this could happen. It's unfortunate.
That is why I'm waiting till marriage to believe in a god.
I don't believe that's how it. No, never mind. Never. No.
I mean, that way you don't have to convert.
The Rat King's looking at all of you, blinking questioningly now.
Oh, marriage is when you like someone a lot, so you tie yourself to them.
Okay.
That's
And
also
Ratling
not-
grabs Six's arm and tries to wrap his arm around Six. We marriage now. Yes.
I
look at him and go, "Are you fucking gay?"
I raise my hands in the air and go, I validate this marriage. It is official.
Huzzah! We friends forever. Yes.
Oh,
Yes,
Good friend,
good,
pal.
good friends.
We marriage
Good,
long time. Yes.
excellent friends.
We married long time.
Oh boy. Marcus,
I want
where
to
did this happen?
What is that?
What?
Where did this happen? Where did he meet the other rats?
Oh, they come to home. They come to home where you put us. They say, join us, brothers, and fight with the rat god. And I say, no, rat god, no want fight. And they say, huh? And I say, ah, and they run away because I'm scary, big, scary, strong, swole.
Are the others okay?
Oh, my brothers.
Yes.
No, they all dead outside.
Are they all right?
You burned them.
You dumb bitch.
No, the other ratlings from the mill.
Ah, the believers. Yes. No, they fine. I think. I hope. Yes, they're good. Haha. Yes.
Okay.
Malcolm,
we
keep them
should-
safe.
We should probably. Good, excellent. I'm sure he will. We should head in that direction to make sure that everything is indeed okay.
Ah, yes. Good idea. Yeah. Haha. Yes.
Okay. All right. Six is ready to head for the mill. If anybody has anything else, please do so.
I'm gonna try to use some rope to get a sizing of your left ring finger and a sizing of the Rat King's left ring.
Jesus.
The Rat King doesn't question it at all. He thinks it's a game. He says, "Oh, we marriage now. Yes, you die." Haha.
I'm just
Good friend.
I'm
Yes,
taking measurements. I'm looking at 6.
I don't think he quite understands what this is. You should really.
Yes. Marcus,
I understand, friend.
the marriage.
I know. Okay. Right.
Are we? He
He's
looks at you,
coming.
Millerin. We not friend? We know marriage?
That's not no like Matt. It's okay. See,
Why we not friend?
no,
I want to be
that's
friend
not,
pal.
That's not.
What's wrong with you?
Marcus, legally,
Legal?
you're allowed. We are only allowed to marry one other person. A
Human
very
is so
permanent.
strange. You only have one friend? Only one single?
No. We can have many friends. but it's like a best thing, right? And generally, it's
Oh.
between two people that love each other very, very much.
He's saying he doesn't love you.
Monogamy.
You know, love me very much.
I love you very much,
So we marriage.
very much. Do you love me more than any other person on the planet?
Ah, I love Red God more. Sorry.
But Rakgard isn't on the planet.
Red God all over the
Well,
planet. Red God right here.
Rakgard, and I touch his heart, where his heart is. Rakgard in here.
That's
Yes.
on the planet, Zelfer, you dumbass.
In here.
So
That's our
perhaps,
planet, dumbass.
Yeah, what's a planet?
Wait, Percival's not there. He wouldn't have said that.
Yeah, I know. What's a planet?
Perhaps, since you love the rat god more than anything, I may not be the best choice for your marriage partner. However, you and I will be best friends for.
Wait, so we best friend but not marriage, but we friend but not marriage. And I should marriage Rat God.
If the rat god agrees, then I guess I honestly don't see anything wrong with it.
You human, very confusing.
Yeah, we are. It's a very strange custom. You don't even have to worry about it. It's all good.
What that means,
I just say I
Marcus.
marriage all of you. You friends. Yes. Ha, yes.
if you
I
can only
like it.
marry one person,
I like it.
6 is back on the
I
table
like
if
it.
you're not marrying him.
I like it. I think we're all married now,
Married?
and we're leaving.
I thought
Chop
marriage.
chop.
Okay, we go.
And we're leaving.
Okay.
I try to. I just look at Marcus and nod my head and go, "That's my mon."
Outside, Percival, Olivia, and Sam. Percival, are you were just mingling among the cloaked rangers? You weren't
The
really
cloaks.
listening. Well,
Correct.
cloaks would be a fair nickname. The cloaks are very thankful for your help. And a couple of them are actually recent additions who came from Sam's expedition. And they tell you a little bit about it, about how, and one of them actually pulls you off to the side a little bit at one point. He's like, you know, he's kind of a murderous bastard, isn't he?
Who?
Sam.
I lean in really close, closer than he leaned into me. And I say, "You haven't seen me fight yet, have you?"
You get
And
like
I
a
lean back.
scared grin from him. And he's like, I haven't, but good to know you're on our side. Welcome, by the way, Captain.
Probably for the best.
Yeah.
He goes, "No one ever said that."
It seems you're the man in charge now. So congrats, I suppose.
I'll do my best. I say, fake pledging. Putting my. Not fake pledging.
You
but
get a
like,
very light chuckle from him. Sam and
Pledge
Olivia.
allegiance?
The commander tells you. Well, basically, what he says is, I don't have the documentation here, but I can show you records. I can show you birth records, travel records. Olivia, your great. He starts counting on his fingers. Great grandfather. He left Direwood. I have the records of it, and he changed his name to Dier. He was a Dyer. Oh. Dyer had the name had spread. It wasn't only royal. Others had taken it up. But he was of royal blood. And I assume we know that he went to Ustaria. I traced your family lineage all the way to you, found your prison record. And that's how I know. I will show you all of it. It's all documented. Some of it more damaged than the other, but I'm very certain that you are of royal descent, and you are of, and he points to you, Sam, his descent. He is your great times 23 grandfather. And as she blinks a few times, he's told me that several times, and I still don't believe it. He says, honestly, I'm still having a hard time believing it myself, and I'm the one who's done all the research. Anything to add, Sam?
I don't know how to. Honestly, I stopped caring about getting people to believe me.
Percy puts a finger up and goes, "Ayo."
That's been on the back burner this whole time. If people believe me, they do. If they don't, they don't.
That's the real shit.
I'm just gonna work on rebuilding Direwood, and then yeah.
So,
Whack.
Whack.
as the rest of the
How
party
does
leaves, and you're all gathering in the plaza now. You were saying, Six? How does?
you? Oh no, sorry, you cut out. I didn't hear what you.
Oh, you're all gathered in the plaza now.
Okay,
This is very plaza-esque.
I see the
I tap
plaza.
my foot on the ground and go, huh, feels like a plaza.
Right.
I lick my finger, hold it up in the air. The wind tells me it's very plaza.
Six, what were you able to gather from Marcus, is it? Yes, Marcus. Marcus. Yes, me, yes. Ha.
Marcus. Yes. Other ratlings, a different tribe, if you will, approached Marcus and his people and made threats to them. Essentially, they told they were going to attack the humans, and they wanted them to join, but they refused, and they left them alone.
Did he say
Marcus
how
came
many?
here to warn.
That's very good of him, and we do owe him our gratitude, perhaps in the form of some extra protection for his people. Anyway, did you gather
That would be wonderful.
where all these larger rats came from? Why they're so huge? How many there are, or anything of the?
The hysteria seems to dictate their mutated state.
Right, you've mentioned that before.
Large quantities at one time seem to be very detrimental to health. They die fairly quickly, but smaller doses over a period of time seem to enhance their abilities, their intelligence slowly.
The commander ponders this for a sec. He nods slowly. Good to know. Well, if we're all ready then, I say, Sam's guard, for now you will be the temporary replacements as the guards here. Bury the dead, please. Take up post. Keep a keen eye. Launch a flare if you need us, please. And they all nod and start to settle in. As for the rest of us, grab a horse.
I'll be right back. 1 second.
Okay. Grab a horse. Let's get moving.
Oh yeah, grab that horse.
And there's brief moments of pause as you guys are all picking out your horses.
I
I'll
grabbed the
mount
horse that I came on.
whichever one I rode in on.
You will ride out on as well. Yep. And there's a
Same.
brief pause as you guys are just getting yourselves together. And my things aren't working anymore.
And there's a gunshot in the distance.
Well, it's not working again. That's roll 20 for you. You hear two more poof, poof, go off. You see in the distance 2 yellow flares. The commander goes, "You've got to be fucking... Let's move it!" And you guys quickly get on your horses and start heading in the direction of the 2 yellow flares. And as you start riding, you start to... The commander's doing his best. Everybody roll a perception check for me. If you would be interested, that is.
Oof. Oh wait, that was oof for him, not me.
Okay, I'll roll for the commander as well. Oh, good.
My perception has been rolled. Give me 1 second though. I have to grab a phone.
Okay. You're all fairly certain that
Fuck.
looking at the direction of the 2... What the fuck? Unholy zero. Looking at the direction of the 2 yellow flares, one appears to be coming from the headquarters, as it's not far. The other appears to be coming slightly further north, northwest, from Main Gate Village.
What?
I'll put you actually on the map now. So you did in fact see 2 new flares. I'll point them out. The best you can tell,
2 yellow flares.
2 new flares. The best you can tell, one came from the Cloaked Rangers headquarters, and one came from just outside of Main Gate Village, or city. And the commanders ushered you, "We need to get moving, let's go!" And you all get on your horses quickly and start riding. And as you guys start riding toward the Cloaked Rangers HQ, he says, he starts calling to you guys. Looks like we need to split up. What do you guys want to head?
Main gate.
Okay, you take main gate. I'll go check on the headquarters. We'll be passing by it anyway. Hopefully you guys can keep riding on. You keep heading forward, and as you stomp your way, as you gallop your way over toward the Cloaked Rangers headquarters, you can see now. I actually have a little depiction for you. Finally, you can see that the Cloaked Rangers headquarters is as the commander had commanded. Triple staffed on the walls. There are Cloaked Rangers all along the towers and the walls, and inside and outside the gate. And as you ride up on it,
Would you
what's that?
say they're all?
Say they're all what?
Would you say they're all along the watchtower?
Is this a reference I'm not getting?
I don't know.
Me neither, dude.
No, just go ahead.
Okay. Well, you guys reach the Cloaked. Unless there's anything else you guys would like to say on the way, or do.
Do I see poopy pants?
You do not see Poopy Pants immediately.
I fucking hate you.
You guys ride up to the headquarters, and immediately the commander says, "What's going on?" And Ravina kind of opens up the gate a little bit and says, "We have reports, sir. Just 1 mile towards the city proper. Large horde of ratlings is gathering. I don't know what's going on with the other flare, though." He goes, "Oh my god. Are they attacking here as well? Why is it staggered like what the fuck is going on?" "I don't know, but one of our patrols is coming back and they said it looks like it's headed toward us." "Well, let's be on our guard. Bronze Toads, Millerin, Sosira, head to Main Gate Village, see what the hell is going on. I need eyes on immediately."
Will do, Chief.
All right.
What'll do, Chief? Or nod.
"Ride fast. Be strong. Go!" And as he enters the Cloaked Rangers headquarters, you guys continue riding toward the village itself. And as you do so,
Where's Marcus?
Marcus, I would have assumed one of you would have taken him with.
Oh.
He's riding with me.
Yeah, he is with you
All
guys.
right.
He's with me.
So as you ride toward Main Gate Village, it's a storm. This very intense storm is brewing above you. Lightning flashes, lighting up the dimly lit day. You can hear up ahead of you, toward the village, screaming. And it's not just the screams of battle this time. There's all sorts of pitches and tones. It sounds like men, women, children.
Sam would summon his weapons and fucking ride harder.
Okay. You guys see Sam do this. And as you get closer, now the sky, the yellow flare slowly starting to fizzle out in the sky. A red flare flies up. And as you ride in, I will show you exactly what you see.
You just see Uncle Earl naked skinny dipping in the apple bobbing pool.
That sounds like it's too much from experience, my guy.
Yeah,
okay?
that was kind of fucked.
So here's the situation as you guys can see it as you ride in.
I can't zoom out.
Can we all see the map fully?
There we go.
I mean,
Mine's being a little fucky, but it'll be fine.
I can see it.
There we go. Okay. As you guys ride in, here's what you can see. Firstly, there appears to be one patrol, one Cloaked Ranger patrol that is in the center of the street. It appears to be being swarmed by a horde of rats. There are ratlings along the walls of the city proper, like the defensive walls of Direwood, slingshotting stones down upon seemingly everything. There are civilians of all manner being chased by ratlings, and you see them running around the streets, running through in between alleys. You see men, women, children being chased. You see people running into buildings trying to barricade themselves in. You see, in particular, 2 young girls being chased directly down the road by a swarm of rats screaming for their lives. You see Main Gate Tavern being swarmed by larger ratlings. You see some vaguely familiar faces, actually, to everybody in the Bronze Toads.
Jesus.
and somebody crunching chips. You see, some vaguely familiar faces, as there appear to actually be some people other than the cloaked rangers fighting back against the ratlings. You recognize some faces from the New Republic. There is also there are various buildings that you can just start to see some smoke emanating from as they're being set on fire and more chips are being crunched.
I'll fucking kill whoever's eating
I
right
know.
now.
As buildings are being
I'm
set
hungry.
on fire by larger ratlings. So, how I'd like to handle this, because we have so many players.
I don't like this at all.
What's that?
I said I don't like this at all.
Yeah, Main Gate Village is under attack, under full-scale attack. So how I'd like to do this, rather than rolling initiative, I'm going to have each of you roll a d20 flat. No modifiers.
So just like initiative.
No modifiers.
Fuck you.
Get fucked, Sam. Also, it's not chips.
Okay.
It sounds like you're
Millerin
crunching
and
dry
Sosira?
fucking noodles.
It's celery.
Jesus. I don't know if that's better.
Hold on here. I'll type it.
Okay. Sosira, do you have a roll for me? You got a 7, thank you. You got a nat 20 as well, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let me just organize this.
Where are we riding in from? Left or right?
You are riding in from the, it would be the southwest. So from like the bottom left. I will put you on the screen in just a moment. So here is how this is gonna work. Cut. You go there. So the way this is gonna go down is I would like to do this as a skill challenge. I will present again all of the problems happening in Main Gate right now. And in the order of Millerin and Percival at the same time, then Zelfer, then Sam, then Sosira, then Six. I want you guys to tell me how, with your skills, your equipment, whatever you can muster, how you are going to help Main Gate Village right now. So
we're right here, right?
All right.
I'll put you guys on screen in just a moment. You're riding in on your horses. You can stay on horseback if you'd like. Or honestly, yeah, I probably should. You can stay on horseback if you'd like, or you can jump off. You can do whatever you'd like, but I'm putting you on now.
Oh, we're coming from the bottom?
Yes.
Oh.
You are riding in from the southeast.
Interesting.
Technically.
Gotcha.
I built this as best I could, like replicating the actual map I have given you guys.
So what are these guys doing?
That is a group of cloaked rangers that is in a defensive position, as there is a swarm of ratlings, a ratling captain, and other ratlings surrounding them, and they're trying to kill as many as they can. So, starting, I'll read the list of shit going on again real quick, and then you guys can tell me what you'd like to try to do. So, firstly, ratlings are firing slingshots down from the tops of the walls. Technically, so just to make this, I won't use directions. From the left of the screen, those are the proper walls of this of Direwood. And ratlings are on top, firing slingshots and other ranged weapons down. There's a swarm of ratlings, or of rats, attacking the cloaked rangers, like a small group of them, in the middle of the path that winds through Main Gate Village. There are civilians all over being chased by ratlings, barricading themselves in buildings. Civilians being men, women, and children. There are 2 young girls in particular, on their own, being chased down from left to right. I will ping them here. 2 young girls being chased by a swarm of ratlings, screaming at the top of their lungs. Main Gate Tavern itself, which is actually this one here. I will ping it. Main Gate Tavern is being swarmed by ratlings as well. And let's see, you also see some familiar faces. Some of the people you see wielding weapons. There's a man with a whip. There's a man with knives. There's a man with a long sword. Seem to be fighting back some of these ratlings. You the Bronze Toads, recognize these guys as people from the New Republic. And then also some various buildings appear to be set on fire, which I will mark now. So, starting with Millerin.
Hey Blake, how does fire sound?
Oh yeah, Blake, how does fire sound?
Okay, here's what it sounds like right now.
Thanks.
Jeez.
That's some
I
weird fucking
can't.
fire. I've never had fire crash at me before.
So, the fires aren't
God,
large
actually.
yet, but they have set some buildings on fire. Starting with Millerin and Percy, you can go together, or you can choose who goes first. How would you like to help Main Gate Village right now?
It's up to you, Kristen.
I know what I would like to do. You said there were rattlings on buildings?
Rattlings on buildings? No.
On the walls.
On the
On
walls
the-
to your left, yes.
On the walls?
Yes. And you are still
so
on horseback, if that matters.
So where are we behind them?
But you are in the midst of it. I mean, do you have your map up?
In the midst of it. I do. Okay, so we're
You're coming in from the bottom left. There are
bottom
rattlings
right.
on the walls to your immediate left. There are rattlings immediately ahead of you, fighting people. There are rattlings to your right, chasing people and fighting people. It's a mess.
Think what I'm gonna use, because my best skill here is gonna be my stealth. I'm going to try to sneak myself into my shadowness. And
Are you hopping off your horse?
I would, because that would better fit me
Okay, you hop off
in
your horse.
stealthing. I am going to sneak up to the rattlings closest to me
Mhm.
and start just like taking them out from behind.
Okay, for the purposes of this, I'm going to have you roll a stealth check, and then I'm going to
Yes.
have you roll 4d6 for damage.
Okay.
And then Percival, what are you thinking of doing?
Alright, I am going to hop my way up here and ask these guys which one they would rather have me fight. And whichever they would choose, I'm going to pull out my sword and go for intimidation. And I'm hoping it's the big boy, right?
So you're going directly up to those two rattlings and asking which would rather fight you?
No, I'm going up to these guys,
Oh, okay, to the
asking which battle they need help with more.
Okay. Okay. So you're going to try to assist by just jumping into the fray of the fight. 21
Mhm.
stealth. Good. Noted. Thank you. Okay.
And, may it be athletics, because I'm fucking running.
Okay. And 46.
Actually, is strength a choice? Because most horse things are strength checks.
Let's see. So you're moving in on horse. Okay. Yeah, why don't you do... Give me a general strength check. Give me an intimidation.
I believe I have advantage with that.
Okay. Why?
Let me just make sure. Intuitive motion.
Okay.
When you make a strength check or any ability check to operate or maintain a land vehicle, you can roll one intuition die, a d4, and that. So that's not advantage, but it is a d4 extra.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
So you said regular strength check?
And an intimidation.
So
Oof.
add a d4 to that.
But you have it... Oh,
Oh.
still in that one. I will take roll the d4 anyway. That does matter right now.
Yeah, I know. I'm fighting intimidation. Fuck.
Okay. Noted.
Not real, you dumbass. Nice, man. That's epic.
Okay. Good. Noted. Zelfer, what are you going to be doing?
Okay. So, I'll be casting Expeditious Retreat
Okay.
and Armor of Agathie, making myself fast and somewhat protected.
Okay.
And then I am gonna run as fast as I can, screaming and firing firebolt. All the rats' attention on me, and I'm gonna run and just see if I can get myself a little train of ratlings
Okay.
and get them away from the places that they are like causing damage. Just running out, throwing firebolts like not trying to hit anything, but not aiming away from anything. Just throwing them like, come and get me, bitches!
Okay, I need, firstly, a performance check, then an arcana check. Okay.
Oh!
Good. Okay, so that's noted. Sam, what are you doing?
I'll ride my horse to about here.
No. Oh, good.
To about here. Get
Okay.
off, sprint to here, and then just blood explosion.
Okay.
Let's load it.
I'm gonna run in and blood explosion here. Why don't you roll me in athletics? Okay. Noted.
I athletic. Do you want me to roll the?
Yeah, roll it.
Here's that, and then I need.
Man, I feel fat.
Okay. Noted.
No. You put me in the wrong spot. There.
Sure. Okay, so that's noted.
That's very important.
So Sierra, what are you doing to help out?
I'm literally about to come, so can you chill with that?
Has anybody run to help the girls yet?
Not that you've seen.
I'd like to dash. I'm on a horse, right?
You are on a horse.
I'd like to dash over there on my horse.
Okay. And what are you doing?
Can I get there?
Sure.
I'd put myself between the girls and the rat.
Okay.
Can I ready an action?
This isn't really combat. I just want you to tell me what you're trying to do. So you're trying to put yourself between the girls and the rats, and you're going to defend the girls.
Yeah.
Okay, good to know. Why don't you roll me an athletics as well?
Athletics?
Yes. And then 6, what are you going to be doing?
I would try to sprint towards girls as well. So with her heading over that direction, I'm going to dash over and try to. Other than that, based on a few recent decisions and whatnot, Six's main thing would be to try to mitigate a lot of danger. Maybe run around, try to put out the fires, try to potentially take away fire materials, if that makes sense, without directly attacking the rats. Just kind of take their tools away as quickly as possible and then sprint away, type of thing. But I would very much like to attempt to help the two girls first.
Okay. Which of those do you want to do first? You're the 2 girls first, you said.
I will do the two girls first.
Okay,
Yeah.
you're going to rush over and
You're
help with
doing
the 2 girls.
two
as well.
girls first? That's
Okay.
kind of hot.
They are like they're kids.
Well, you know.
I'm just going to throw that out there. Okay,
That's
so
not as hot.
as you guys see this chaos,
Percy, once again.
Oh my God.
Seems to be the pedophile.
as you guys see this happening to Main Gate Village, you all rush in and start. Miller immediately dodges into the shadows and gets up behind a ratling that's in combat with one of the New Republic thieves, and immediately comes up and slits the throat of one of the ratlings with an immediate kill. Percival rides into the fight, asks the Cloak Rangers who they'd rather have help with, and one of them goes, just get the big ones! And they turn around to focus on the smaller ratlings. And so you see Sam coming to help with those as well. Immediately you see Sam go to attack the big ones that they were referring to. He does kill one with an explosion of blood. He kills one, and you charge the other. You start swinging at it, and you are now in combat with one of the larger ratlings with a scimitar, who is also holding a torch. Other than that, then we have Sosira, Sosira and 6 rush off to defend the 2 girls screaming for their lives. You guys both rush up in between the girls and the rats. And Sosira, with your horse, you're able to put enough in between the rats and the girls that they focus their attention on you, and you guys are now engaged in combat with the rats, with this swarm here.
Yay!
Good.
Can I make a comment
Go ahead.
with Clara as Echo? Like, I know it's a bad thing or whatever, but it made you sound like a commentator on a sports match
It does.
during when you were sending everyone to do everything. So it sounded really good.
Thanks.
Actually, I still hear the echo with anybody.
Echo,
Me
echo,
too.
echo, echo, echo. Who is it?
It's the bottom of the ninth, the Texan in a bathing suit.
Oh well, it doesn't matter. Okay, back to the top. Millerin and Percy, what are you doing?
Thwomping.
You're gonna thwomp. Roll a few thwomps for me.
You know what? I think I'd love to.
That's not swamp.
That is big thwomp.
Big thwomp.
Big thwomp. Okay, good.
Minimum damage. Wow.
Millerin, what are you doing?
I'm gonna keep sneaking and skeeting and yeeting these rats with 2 daggers in hand. So wherever I see them, I'm getting them. Whatever. So I guess to the right of me, right over here is the next area
Okay,
I would go to.
good to know. Just gotta get the fuck out of there. Okay, so you're gonna continue stealth killing.
Yeah.
Roll another stealth
Have you
check
ever
for me.
considered getting the fuck out of Dodge?
Oh fuck. Oh.
Zelfer, what are you doing?
So this is one of the New Republic friends, right?
You're not sure, but he actually looks. You don't recognize him. He looks more like one of the villagers just trying to defend his home.
Okay, is this the one he's like actually engaged with?
Yeah, actively.
Okay, I am gonna run as quick, like I'm beelining it, double feet. I'm gonna fucking drop kick the fucker.
Okay, you're gonna drop kick the larger ratling here.
I
Roll.
am full charging, just both feet. Boom!
You can roll on acrobatics or athletics.
I'm,
Weapon stealth. Okay.
I'm pissed at each of them. So acrobatics with the speed of 1,000 suns.
Okay, good. Good to know. Sam, what are you doing?
I will charge up to these two and slash at both of them.
At which two?
These
Oh,
two.
those two. Okay, yeah. Go ahead. Roll some slashes for me. And so, Sierra, what are you doing?
Slashy slash.
Hey, dude, relatable.
So, Sierra?
I'm here. Sorry. I don't want to cause more echoing. I'm sorry.
It's funny.
Ha 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 ha. How many rats are in front?
Relatable.
There is a large swarm of smaller rats in front of you.
They're just swarming, doing what rats do, you know? Real shit, it'd be like that. Down that gang shit.
I'd probably use my Spirit Guardians, which is a level 3 spell. Hang on, I'm
Shut
pulling
up,
it
like-
up now.
How do you get hiccups from celery?
You're using
Okay,
your...
so it's a wisdom saving throw of 15.
That's a big old fail.
So 3d8 of damage.
Okay, good to know. You go ahead and roll that, and you can type it in for me. Otherwise, Six, what are you doing? Are you going to help with the rats as well?
How are the? Wait, I'm sorry. Yes. Does that make sense? What happened?
What do you mean? What happened? What?
What's going on with the two girls?
The two girls,
Whatever the
you've
temptation-
gotten yourselves in between. So Sarah's on a horse, so she's put enough. You guys have wedged yourselves in between this large swarm of rats and these two young girls. The young girls are still screaming and running away, but it looks like you're buying them some time.
Okay, I got you. I would like to put my body between the rats and them if possible, and then just fight defensively, essentially. I don't remember what that action is called. I just looked it up 1 second.
Yeah, why don't you roll a few melee attacks for me?
See, the thing is, I don't want to attack.
No?
If no, I like to sort of absorb hits, but if somebody, I want to use my monk ability. If this right, I can redirect their attack to somebody else. I would use them to try to attack each other, essentially, if possible. Otherwise, I would just try to dodge out of the way as much.
Okay. So you're going to just stay
Yep,
between.
got it. It's right here. It is.
Okay.
Yeah, my dodge act.
All right. Well, so okay, good. So in this round, there's more screaming. Rattlings are starting to close in on some people. The rattlings on the top of the walls are still pummeling everyone below. Some of the fires are starting to grow a bit. In the midst of this chaos, you guys continue jumping into action. Millerin, you move to the right and immediately try to help out this man with a whip. He doesn't look like a thief. He just looks like a man trying to defend his home. He's whipping at one of the smaller rattlings, and while they're occupied, you get behind the other one, and it notices you as you come up behind it, but you're strong enough. You carve right through it. That one's dead. Percy, you are big thwomping, and you take out that captain. He drops his torch, and he's not going to be able to start any more fires. You big thwomp him. Zelfer, you're running around distracting, and as you start to get a train of rats that seem to have gotten some attention. Some are chasing you from behind now. You run over in an attempt to drop kick this larger ratling. And as you do, it sees you and turns its attention towards you, away from this man it's trying to kill, and it's able to like stop one of your feet. It reaches its paw out and stops one of your feet, but the other connects with his face, and now you're just in a pile on the ground with this ratling. Sam, you move over to the smaller rattlings chasing an innocent civilian who's clearly not armed, and you start slashing about as well. You're definitely able to kill both of them. In fact, you save that man's life. Good. Those two are dead. And then, let's see. We have Sosira with your spirit guardians. You rain the wrath of Helm upon these rats, and you can see them being flung about by your spirit guardians. And you see Six next to you, but he's not attacking the rats. He's just kind of redirecting them and keeping them away from himself. Taking a couple of little nibbles, but nothing too serious. And you guys, you can see the girls. You can hear the screams from the girls behind you, getting further and further away, and you're pretty sure they're gonna be able to make it. Back to Millerin.
Yes.
On to the next one. Is that here that I see?
What?
This one right here?
That
Would
is that is a large rat captain thing.
Ah, this one. I will go after that one.
Sure.
Sneaky, stabby, stab.
Okay, 18 stealth. Good to know. Okay, Percy, what are you doing?
I think that I'm going to turn and with my athletics run towards the wall and then teleport up and start thwomping.
Which side, left or right?
Left.
Left, okay. Good to know. Yeah, go ahead and roll that athletics.
You know what? I fucking will. I'll do it real good for you. In a second. How about that one? You know, it could be better, but hey.
Okay, sure. Take that. Zelfer, what are you doing?
I'm gonna get up.
Yep.
And before I run off to keep doing what I'm doing, I'm gonna jump on his nuts and then book it.
Okay, roll in acrobatics.
Don't tell me what happens. I'm using a luck point.
Okay.
Don't tell me what happens. I'm using a luck point.
Oh my god. Can you do that? Can you do that? Use multiple luck points on the same roll?
He hopes.
It doesn't say I can't. Whenever you make an attack or ability check with same code, you can spend 1 luck point to roll additional 20. After you can choose to spend one of your luck points after you roll the die, but before the outcome is determined.
Okay, I'll allow it. Sure. Are you taking the 10?
I gotta take the 10. I'm not using.
Okay.
And then I'm just booking it, doing the same thing as before, but heading up.
Heading.
Into
Okay.
Directly into this house.
You're heading into the house. Good to know. Okay. Sam, what are you doing?
He's gonna turn the fucking house into a fucking.
I will rush
I know
down
it.
here and start. Probably here.
Okay.
And attack this one, this one.
All right, start rolling some attacks. So, Sarah, what are you doing?
Also, if that is oh. If this one comes up to me, can I punt it?
If which one? The smaller one?
Yeah.
Yeah, roll in athletics.
I love punting rats. My favorite thing.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yep.
My spell Spirit Guardians.
Yes.
It's a concentration spell for up to 10 minutes.
Okay.
So I'm assuming, wouldn't it take effect again? Like, wouldn't they have to pass a wisdom saving throw again? Or would I have to...
The 5e Spirit Guardians. Let me see here. Spirit Guardians. See, when it has, you may designate any number, blah, blah, blah. And when the enters the first time or on its turn, it starts here and must make a wisdom saving throw. Yeah, it's every time they start their turn there. So, I'll allow it again. So you can roll another 3d8.
Cool.
Yeah, you
Did
can
you do
definitely
the
roll
saving
another
throw?
3d8. Yeah.
Okay.
This is a swarm of rats, and not very wise.
No, all that collective brain power might make one full brain.
14 radiant damage.
Good to know, thank you. 6, as you're deflecting all these rats away, so Sira takes them all out
Yes.
with the power of Helm.
Ah.
Alrighty. Speaking of 6,
6 size.
those rats are dead. What are you doing?
Well, what's else is in the vicinity? Do I see any other rats? Do I see fire?
Fire is expanding. Yep, there's still rats chasing civilians and other people engaged with rats. There's still rats on the walls,
Okay.
and you see Percy up on one of the walls.
Percy up on what? Sorry.
Percy is up on one of the walls, but the other is still...
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I head to the first fire there. Is there anything I can do to try to put it out? Is it out of control or small and I can try to smother it with the box? I mean, if it's clearly large and out of control, then I won't even bother. But I'm just going to try to take a triage of the situation here, see if I can.
Yeah.
If I think I can put it out, I would take the time to put it out.
Make a perception check for me.
Sure. No problem.
Okay. With that, you can tell that the fire I'm pinging now, that's going to go out of control. That building's lost. You can see some smoke rising from over here. You're not sure of that building, but this one that you see Zelfer bolting into, you think if you can think of something fast, you could probably stop it before it takes the building.
Okay, I dash over there and start hucking dirt or anything I can. If there's I don't really wear a huge much clothing, but I would take my shirt off and try to beat the flames out if possible.
Okay.
Smother those.
Normally I'd say roll athletics, but given your character and how they're going to be doing this, roll in acrobatics for me.
Copy that. Oh, shit, she went away. Sorry.
Nice.
That is enough.
Oh,
Okay.
I was about to say.
So for this round, Millerin is moving over again to attempt to. There are one civilian and there's one man who seems more well armed who are attacking one of the captains right now. Millerin, you move up behind him. Let's see. Your stealth was, remind me, it was an 18. Good. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So he notices you and sees that he's about to be outnumbered. So he takes his torch and tries to light a fire, just trying to do as much damage as possible. He lights a fire on this house here, and as he does that, he turns around and the last thing he sees is your blade. So you're able to kill him, but he noticed you just in the nick of time and started another fire. Let me... Fuck.
No.
This is difficult.
Shit.
Jesus.
So there's another fire, but these two... This guy's going to start running away. Man saved. Okay. Otherwise, more rats are still chasing civilians around. Some of the cloaked rangers are starting to focus now on the rats on the walls. They're loosing arrows over after they kill a small rat next to it. Zelfer, you are running into that burning building, trying to get as many rats as possible to follow you. And as you do so, you hear as a ratling is punted over your head and lands with a across from you. Sam is doing some work.
Nice.
And 6 running over. It's a good thing that 6 went over to that building because of how quick he is. He's able to use whatever cloth he can find. He kicks dirt up onto it. He's a very fast individual and is able to snuff out the flame. That building is damaged, but the flame is out as you enter the building. Okay, I'm gonna move some things around. That guy's gonna get out here. That one's gonna get out here. That one's gonna run in to help. Like, saved. Okay, so Percy and Miller, and again, what are you doing?
That fire just started in front of me. I have a flask of water and a water skin of water. I'm gonna immediately try to dump that on there and beat it down with what I've got in my pack to try to put it out.
Okay. Since the fire was just started, I will say if you use your turn for this, you can snuff that flame out right away.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Percival, I forgot you last round. As you ran up to the wall and you teleported up, with that athletics check, you teleport right on top of one of the ratlings and bring your sword down and immediately kill one of them. You are now up on top of the wall with these ratlings as they focus their attention on you and start trying to pummel you with stones and whatever projectiles they have. What are you doing?
Guess what?
Are you thwomping?
You're live.
Thanks. Thwomp thwomp. Okay. So you start trying to carve your way through these guys. Zelfa, what are you doing?
I'm going to look at the one that was right in front of me, and as he just loads another stone, I'm just gonna shake my head kind of disappointedly and, draw my fucking sword.
Yeah, and you quickly dispatch him, moving on to the next.
I'm gonna peek out from this, and I can see these 2 rats, right?
Yep.
And can I see this guy? As I peek out from the house?
Yep, this one is coming over for this man, but these 2, seeing what you just did, are chasing after you. These 2 are chasing after you. The smaller one is going after the man now.
Well, I am gonna run back, like, over here, and then full sprint and kick that one. With expedient retreat. Full speed, I'm just gonna boom!
Roll acrobatics or athletics, your choice.
What is this? Nazi zombies?
Acrobatics. Boom! Just full fucking speed, just boom!
That one is dead as fuck. Okay, Sam, you see this captain in front of you. You slashed him once, and he looks at you and looks at the man running away and goes, "Rrr," and he tries to attack you. What are you doing?
I am going to move next to him this way. Look here, make eye contact with Zelfer, and use. Where's the button? That.
Burning hands. Okay. Each creature in a 15-foot cone. Well, I think it's only going to be him. Okay. Okay, so Sarah, what are you doing? You have dispatched the rattling swarm in front of you.
What?
Okay, so I've dispelled them in front of me.
Yes.
6 was by me before, right? Is
He's
he still there?
yeah.
Yes, that's me.
He would actually be over here now because he was putting out that fire. Yeah, but he was by you before.
Oh, so sorry.
Where else are the nearest rattlings?
The nearest rattlings to you, there are a couple over here that seem to be chasing Zelfer.
Chasing who?
Zelfer.
Okay, sorry, you broke up for a minute there.
Whack.
You're breaking up with me?
Bye, Holden.
On live stream.
I
That fire's hella big.
Thank you for bearing with me here. Is Zelfer within 30 feet of me?
Zelfer, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He's 40 feet away, but you could easily get within 30 feet.
I'll get within 30 feet and then and I'd like to cast Bless on him, which means
And there's a laser light show now.
Wow. We just need someone who's white. So 6, get involved so we can make America.
when
It's hard.
whenever he makes an attack roll or a saving throw before the spell ends, which is 1 minute, he can add a d4 and add the number rolled to the attack or saving throw.
Okay, so you're gonna help Zelfer.
Whoa.
America.
Fuck yeah.
And 6, what are you doing?
Any more fires around? Anything locally happening around?
Yeah.
there?
You can see this building on fire. There's probably no saving that,
Yep.
and you can see more flames
Looks
erupting over
pretty
here.
bad.
And you can't. You don't know. You
Okay.
can't. You don't have direct visual on that, but you can assume from the smoke that's pretty bad too.
Copy. Okay. Are there any living near?
Are there any what?
Living ratlings near me?
Yep, the 2 chasing Zelfer right here.
Okay. I'm going to move back up there, and I'm going to attempt to just full out tackle one. Dirt.
Okay. You're gonna tackle one to the dirt.
Pin him to the ground.
Make an athletics check.
Athletics check coming at you. Right. Oh, there.
You okay? You beat him by 1. Jesus Christ. Okay, so you tackle one to the ground.
Right.
You have him. You have him tackled.
Perfect. Okay. I keep him pinned.
Okay.
Assume that's my full action there.
Yep. You have 1 pinned. Okay, so you pin that one rat down. Let's see. More people are escaping. More people. Looks like the situation is starting to come to a close, but the fires are still burning, and there's still ratlings on the wall, pummeling everything they can. So we'll go. I think we got one more round. Millerin and Percival.
I'm swamping, baby. I'm giving him the old dazzle razzle, you know?
Mm-hmm. Hit him with it.
Bwop, bwop.
That'll be plenty. You're able to cleave the last 2 ratlings up there, up on that wall. You have cleared that wall of ratlings.
Epic. I don't mean to be a joy kill, but are we wrapping it up soon?
I'm trying to. Yep.
Okay, gotcha.
Are there any more ratlings around me? Is this one?
Let's see.
Or
Around
no?
you that you can see immediately.
Or is that not?
You don't see any. You know there's still some up on the wall over in the top left where I'm pinging. And you hear more battle
Where?
over on the street. But other than that, you just hear
I-
roaring fires.
I think I'm going to go out to the commotion in the street. With my movement speed, I can't make it all the way.
This isn't actual combat. If you want to move somewhere, you can theoretically move there.
Right, yeah, then I might as well do the same thing I've been doing.
More sneaky kills. Do another stealth. "21 stealth. That's gonna be enough. Zelfer, you see Millerin creeping up behind the one. Or actually, you don't even see her at first. You're getting ready. You're getting ready to make your next move, and then all of a sudden, from the shadows, as if a shadow itself lurches from the shadows of this building and drives a short sword into the back of the captain rattling in front of you, which goes down, dropping his torch as well. Percival.
Oh,
Percival won already, didn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, right. I have them. Never mind. Zelfer. She just killed that one in front of you.
I'm gonna run behind this guy. Get down, 2 fingers forward, put my fingers in his asshole, and magic missile.
What the fuck?
No.
Roll the damage.
No, I got a special thing. Special thing I'm trying to do.
Nope.
Come on.
Okay. Sam, the
Wow.
rattling in front of you lurches towards you. Ah! As he's now bleeding from the ass. And Sam, it's your turn.
Is he dead?
No.
He just wishes he was.
I got a special death for him if I kill him.
Oh, you sure do.
I shove my fucking shield into his gut and make him hold it. And I walk beside him and I just chop his fucking head off so his head drops on my shield. Like a dinner plate. Like I just served him his own head as dinner.
That sure does happen.
His blood's
Okay.
just oozing from his
And with
asshole.
that, I believe that is the last rat that is a threat, other than the ones on the walls. Seeing all the brethren killed, you hear a trumpet from behind the walls, and the ratlings on the walls over here disappear behind the walls. You guys are left for the moment with as the civilians, all the civilians in the area have either been killed or gotten away. There's nothing but a few armed men and
Sam would sprint to this building.
yep, and some roaring fires.
That out.
The people you recognize from the New Republic kind of give you an acknowledging look and rush out of the way before cloaked rangers get to them.
I wipe
Sam
off my
goes to put this
fingers.
fire out. Or attempt to.
Right. Assuming there's nothing left, the rest of you guys probably go and try to help put out that fire before it gets too serious.
After I wipe off my fingers. yeah.
After you wipe off your shitty bloody fingers, yep. That building is lost, but you guys are able to put out the remaining fire. You survey the damage around you. You see the two young girls who were running for their lives seem to have escaped. There are a couple of armed civilians who are panting and bloodied. 6, you still have the one ratling underneath you grappled. There's
Yes.
dead ratlings and people everywhere. You saw quite a few people escape, but looking around, you see a few civilians that were caught up in the commotion and killed. A couple of buildings lost.
I say we hang the
Alright.
rat.
And 6,
I
yeah,
think we talked to him.
just before we wrap up, this man comes over to you and says, "What are you waiting for? Fucking kill it!
It has information we may.
You think that thing can fucking talk?"
Yes. I think it can fucking talk.
Alright, let's hear it then.
Well, shit, I mean, if it has half the intelligence, a coherent sentence.
What?
Maybe under a man. Not the most appropriate place for a conversation.
Yeah. The only sounds it's making right now
I could be wrong.
as it's trying to escape your grasp.
I'll put my boot on its chest.
Yeah, it's not going anywhere.
I put 2 boots on his chest.
Now it is dead. It's lunch
Let's tie him up and see what he has.
Okay. So you start to tie him up. The disgruntled civilian goes, "Ugh, whatever, thanks for the help, I suppose," and moves off. You tie the ratling up. You
Just
guys
relight your city on fire, motherfucker.
prepare. You surveying the
You know,
damage,
I'm
surveying the
fully-
death. You lost one cloaked ranger and a few civilians, but... Oh, go ahead. Sam, you were saying?
Yeah. Alright.
I'm fully for executing this rat.
The ratling just seems terrified and angry. And as you guys are trying to figure out what to do with this rat, you start to hear an unfortunately familiar sound off in the distance. As the ground begins to rumble again, shifting all of the dust and ash around you.
Hey, Santa.
And this time it's
Santa's
stronger.
coming.
And that's what we'll pick up next time.
I mimic the sound.